Hello, everybody, and welcome to a live thing that I'm doing. This show doesn't have a name.
Great start.
Damn, just right on top of things today. So I'm doing a thing. We have with us today the ever spongy microbloganism.
Hello.
And I have him as a guest today because I went out and I guess I can turn on my camera. I just wanted for you all to see things. I have with me the brand new Flat Earth book by Eric Dubay, and this is a kid's book. So we're gonna open it up and we're gonna read it. It's gonna be fun. So before we go, I gotta say hi to all the peeps on the in the chat. Hello, Quickie. Hello, Majip. I don't know why I try. Justin, hello, Harry. I hope you all. Hello, Break Brother. I hope you all are having yourselves a wonderful Saturday afternoon. But without further ado, let's break this bad boy open and see what's inside.
Well, hopefully it's gonna be the book.
I guess I would, and I'm gonna have to click on myself here, so I'm presenting. Are
you sure this is the
no,
book?
I'm not actually. So for all I know, I ordered some random shit on Amazon, and this is like random shit that I ordered on Amazon. So
well, then it's gonna be a short and weird hangout.
So we'll see what we actually get in this. It might not actually be a book, and oh god, this knife. I don't know if the knife is crap or the tape is too good.
I think isn't it the kind of tape with like strings in it?
It is the kind of tape with strings in it. All right. Oh, it's a pretty hefty book.
Well, it is hardcover.
It is. Oh, look at that! It is a hardcover book. Oh, here we go. It's backwards. How do I fix that?
It's not backwards for me.
It's not backwards for you? Okay, it's backwards on my screen, which okay, as long as it's not backwards
well,
for you.
You're not gonna be reading it on the screen.
I won't, but you will.
And
so I want to make sure that you could read it.
Yeah, and it's not backwards on the stream.
Okay, as long as it's not. So this is it. This is the book. It's actually it's nice. It's a nice hardcover book. It's self-published by Eric Dubay because of course it is. There isn't going to be
no one would publish it.
No one, yeah. So of course it's self-published. It's pretty thin. But it's
you might even say it's very flat.
It's a very flat book we got here. Oh my goodness, I just opened up a page. There's a lot of text for a kid's book. Holy shit. There's a lot of text for a kid's book.
Are you expecting Eric Dubay to be like a good kids writer?
I don't know. I don't like so obviously I've read his other book, which is the 200 Proofs, right? So I've read through the whole thing before I started the videos on 200
Is that really a book, or is it just a crap listicle?
I mean, one could say that about a lot of books out there.
Well, no. Most books don't go through numbers. Like this is just like a BuzzFeed article that's way too long.
This is what happens if BuzzFeed ever goes into print. We get Eric Dubay.
But also means that if we are gonna have any chance of getting through this, we probably need to start reading it.
We probably do. This is gonna take us probably longer than it should. Now I'm gonna stop to say hi to other people because Biggleston showed up and Jellywoat showed up and Lee showed up and
before we do that,
and Blue Marble.
Hey,
wait,
changed his name.
Blue Skeptic. You changed your name?
He did that when he hit 250.
Ah, very cool, very cool. If you'd like to join us, Blue Marble, send me a Discord thing, and I will send you with a thing. I will send you a link.
We need a child.
yeah, we need the target audience here because we are obviously not the target audience.
Blue. That was a joke.
So
also,
yeah.
If it sounds like I'm shouting, it's because my new headphones lets a lot less of my own voice in. So I think I'm talking a lot lower than I am. Before we read, this is not a tangent. When it says illustrated by Can F Art, that's a Flat Earth artist.
Yeah.
Like this isn't just someone Eric got to paint it. This is like a Flat Earth artist who does Flat Earth art related art. Mm-hmm. So yeah, which is apparently a thing. That's like if you wanna end your art career, like you
Yeah,
wanna have no chance of going anywhere. Also,
Yeah.
I wanna speaking about, I wanna point out that propeller, it's not spinning. It appears to be locked in place.
He's the propeller isn't very whatchamacallit. Oh, sorry, the plane is less dense than the air around it, so it floats.
Ah. So what you're saying is it's just a plane-shaped balloon.
Yeah, pretty much. Bohobo, you can join us as well. You can send me messages, Bohobo, because otherwise I'll forget these things. And for the person who asked, Mr. Disposable Able, how much does it cost? So
You don't want to know.
this is an unfortunately very expensive book. It was $30 for this book, which I paid for, and I just because I really wanted to read it. So it is $30. If you want your own copy of this book, you're gonna
guaranteed he will scan it for you.
Yeah. This may or may not end up on Pirate Bay.
Oh, you mean that site that doesn't technically exist?
Yeah, this doesn't exist. Discord, yeah. So yeah, people need to send me. I guess I can send you messages with the links for you guys. But yeah, so speaking of the art style, because I actually I don't mind the art style so much. It reminds me personally about what's that one book? The one kid's book, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. It reminds me a lot of that.
That was a book. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a kid's book.
Oh.
I know people like saw the movie but didn't realize it.
I didn't. I just don't know his movie. Well, one thing I'll say about the art style, Ken If needs to learn to paint within the lines. like this, the art style is fine. Apart from the fact that like there's no reason to have the highlights if you're not gonna not highlights, the line work if you're not gonna actually use it for anything.
That's true. Yeah, no, I guess he does kind of miss it in certain places, doesn't he? It's I kind of like you might not be able to see this, but there's like the propeller stops like there, and then there's still like another millimeter of blue from the sky behind it. Okay, but without further ado, we should actually get started because I don't I know that this is you and me, which is probably the worst combination ever to try to get through anything, but we all need through a book.
I mean, the only way we can make it worse is having smelly in here.
Yeah, that's true. Use it to wipe your ass after R&D. Oh, there's a letter.
Oh,
a letter. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah, make sure.
I'm gonna read the letter, but I need to make sure that I want to show it, but I need to make sure that I.
Yeah, no personal info.
Yeah, so give me a second here. I'm gonna
I think it's just gonna be a generic.
Oh, that's not even a letter. It's just a voice. It's just an invoice or a packet list. Damn it! I was excited. I was gonna get a personalized letter from Dubay.
Put that into the book. That's just.
God damn it! I got excited. I was like, I hope this is like a personal letter from Dubay. Like all excited.
And he's figured out who you are.
Yeah.
I know where you live.
No, unfortunately, that was the one thing that I wasn't happy about. It's like I had to give Eric Dubay my home.
I don't think he gets the since you bought it through Amazon, he doesn't get the info.
It's actually not through Amazon. This is through Lulu Publishing, which is a self-publishing thing.
Okay, I still don't think you get the.
No, I still don't think he will. He will
look, a blank page, just like Eric.
All right.
Well, I'm not
what I mean about a lot of words. Like
I'm not gonna be able to read this.
We'll try to zoom in a little bit. So I'm trying to also get the camera into like the right spot. There we go. We'll zoom in, but this is page one. Page one. There are no chapters, so
they're staring at a giant cosmic asshole.
Yeah. So I'm guessing we're gonna at some point talk about the what's this thing called? The Northern Star.
Wait, so they have so that picture implies if those are meant to be star trails, that implies that those people lay very, very still with his arms stretched out for hours.
Oh, I hope so. All right, so we'll zoom in so that people can hopefully read it a little bit better. And
well, you kind of need to move it.
Oh, I need to move. Oh, God, this is like my desk is just not big enough for all of this to fit.
My new one is.
So I did clean out my desk, but I still, even with my desk cleaned out, too much crap. All right, we're gonna move this here. We're gonna move this. There we go.
Oh,
there we go. Okay, so I'll read the first paragraph. You can read the next one.
that sounds good.
Okay, so when I was your age, growing
Whose
up,
age?
Whose age? I don't know. I'm guessing the story is being told by the grand or the older gentleman who's on the picture. When I was your age, growing up in the country on clear summer nights, Grandpa and I would. I guess it's not. Grandpa and I would lay on the grass watching the stars. My favorite was
when Grandpa would say it would touch me, but it was all right.
And this is why Grandpa has a restraining order.
This is the story of how Grandpa went to jail.
Oh, and this already went south. Actually, I guess North, since we're going to talk about the North Star.
But
I got it. I got this. My favorite was Polaris, the bright North Pole star, positioned perfectly central amidst the constantly swirling constellations.
yeah, it's not.
It's off by a little bit.
And it's constantly getting further and further away.
Yeah, it's also moving like there's records of other stars being the pole star as well. So I mean, obviously not living records, like records of like ancient Egypt and stuff. Yeah. Having a different star that wasn't the pole star B or the
and I can't remember what that phenomenon is called.
Yeah.
I guess hopefully someone in the chat will.
Stellar. It's not parallax. It's kind of
no, that's not it. It's
stellar something.
It's progression of something.
Yeah, it's when it's that the stars move.
Precession, not
precession. There we go. Egyptian star charts have Thuban as the polar star. Yep. You are correct. Yeah, I knew the precession. Yeah. So there are different stars that have held the role of pole star, and there will be other stars that will hold the role of pole star. And you can measure how fast this star is moving away because it's already not in the middle.
But it's basically because the Earth kind of like a spinning top because it rotates. It's not like it's also rotating in that like slowly around. So where the axis of rotation is pointing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's gonna be off, and it's gonna be according to Harry M. It's 1 degree every 72 years. So
something like that.
Yeah, so it's very slow. It's not. It's this isn't gonna change overnight.
So first error. We need to have an error counter or something.
I know, right? I don't know. Here, I gotta. We'll do it. We'll do it the easy way. Because
with a die.
With a die. We'll start easy. We'll start and then progress upwards. Let's start with where's my there we go.
Nerds.
I know. So there's our one.
Yeah.
Okay, in case you can't see it, this is I don't know what you call these. It's a four-sided. Yeah.
It's a pyramid.
It's a pyramid. But there's our one. So we got one done. This is going to be a proof coming up in the Dubay videos because he does a lot with Polaris. It really is his favorite star. So the constellations. I forgot. Perfectly central amidst the constantly circling constellations, like a noble king on his throne, proudly presiding over his twinkling kingdom. Man,
that just sounds dirty.
Grandpa taught me
that's some harem anime right there.
Oh goodness, yeah. And Grandpa taught me all 88 constellations. From Andromeda to Vulpecula.
Wait, Andromeda isn't a constellation.
I know. I mean, he also thinks that there are only 88 constellations.
What's the other one?
Yeah, I don't know. Vulpecula. I don't know what Vulpecula is, but you're right. Andromeda is a galaxy, if I remember right.
It's our closest major galaxy.
Yeah, so it's a galaxy. So no.
The other one is a faint constellation. It means little fox.
There we go. So yeah, it also I guess this only accounts for is Eric Dubay a pedo? I'm not gonna say that on the internet.
Okay, he is correct that there are 88 modern constellations.
Okay.
They're recognized by the International
Okay,
Astronomical Union.
All right.
Oh, it's a bit weird because that would also include all the ones on the south.
Yeah, the ones that can't be seen from the northern hemisphere. Just fine. It's fine. It doesn't mean anything that you can't see them, but whatever.
Andromeda is a constellation. It's the constellation with Andromeda galaxy inside. Oh,
I did not know that. Wait.
Did Dubay just teach us something?
We're gonna have to remove our one mistake.
But no, that's not how this works.
Andromeda. Sorry, fucking Dubay just schooled us on constellations. Damn. That we're dumb. I'm just gonna keep reading because I feel ashamed of myself. And we would watch them for hours while he told incredible ancient fairy tales of heroes like Hercules and his 12 labors, the prodigal son's journey through the 12 houses of the zodiac. Okay.
So we go. Grandpa was into astrology.
Yeah. I mean, well, I'm not sure that's astrology as much as it is.
Well, it's just kind of
mythology, which is cool. I got no problem with mythology. Mythology is mythology.
Okay. On the last night of summer vacation, I was staring at the stars when he pointed up and said, "Polaris, my boy, sits directly above the North Pole, which means the exact center point of Earth, and the exact center point of the heaven." I'm not sure why those are hyphened. I don't think they're supposed to be. Are they hyphened?
There's a little thing. I don't know. It is there though.
Of the heavens are perfectly aligned. They're not. Polaris is like God's eye in the sky, watching over his creation because he's a fucking pervert. And
Remember, God doesn't care so much about all the crime going on in the world. He cares about it whether you touch yourself at night or not.
Well,
that's why he created.
He can look all he wants. And the other stars reaching out at different angles are like his angels, bringing light to even the darkest corners of the world. Because we all know starlight's very if you're out at night and the stars are out, yeah, you can it's practically daylight that provides so much light.
Yeah.
The North Pole is like the base of a gigantic celestial tree, reaching to heaven with Polaris as its highest leaf on its tallest branch, directly above the trunk. The other stars are like all the other leaves on all the other branches. And every day the great tree in heaven makes one circle in the sky around its trunk, because trees do that. Just like every year, every tree on Earth grows a new circle around its trunk. That is not the same. Growing a new circle and spinning around. I understand that he's talking about because it has circles outwards, but what he's implying here would be suggesting that there's a new star every year that gets added, so you get another circle.
I don't see. I'm starting to see that we're gonna have a problem reading this, not just because it's gonna be stupid, but I get the feeling he's gonna talk in metaphor a lot of the time, and we're gonna be like, "Are you for realsies or are you?"
Well, I love getting to make fun of bad metaphors.
That's true. So maybe we'll be okay.
Page 1.
And I'm gonna zoom out so that everyone can see the whole glory of this book on this page. Oh, we're at school. I'm sure there's gonna be some criticisms about school. I'm sure there'll be some criticism about how school indoctrinates children in this flat Earth children's book. I'm sure that'll happen, and he won't understand the irony of making a kid's book while complaining about it.
To be fair, at least it's almost lunch for the kids.
Hey,
hello, Blue.
Blue, shut up. Sweet. target audience is here.
Well, Blue, then you can get to read the next.
The next section.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
That's why you're here. That's why we brought you along.
You don't get to do what you do in most hangouts and just come in and be silent.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that a flat Earth clock? I think it is. I think that is a flat Earth clock. All right, Blue, your turn.
Wait,
First
I can barely
paragraph.
see it.
Oh, you're on your phone, aren't you?
Let's see. I can try to zoom in a little bit more, but I get the feeling I'm going to be losing some resolution.
Blue, are you there?
We lost Blue. We lost Blue already.
Oh no! I just.
Yeah,
Can you actually see it or?
One first day back.
Our first day.
Our first day back.
I don't think. I don't.
Started the next morning with the bell ringing, and my new teacher, Mr. Tyson.
I wonder where he got that name from.
Mr. Tyson. Very, very original. Good job, Dubay. Good job.
Not subtle at all.
Yeah, very, very subtle, Dubay. Very subtle.
Well, at least a large globe on his desk. Tell me, students, what shape is the what? Oh my God.
Well, because that's what teachers ask. What fucking grade is this?
Shape? What shape?
He can't even.
What?
Wow. We already broke two fucking sentences. Blue is
that
done.
Didn't take long.
What shape is the Earth? He asked. I can't.
He asked, looking at us over the top of his glasses.
I glanced around to see if anyone would answer.
But all the other kids were too stupid.
But everyone was gawking at the spinning globe, like hypnotist swinging pocket watch.
Subtle.
He asked again, what shape is the Earth? Looking out the window at the perfectly flat horizon, I remember flying in my grandpa's airplane and seeing the same flat horizon all around me then. In a moment of confident excitement, I raised my hand and exclaimed, "The
Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat."
And this is how this kid got bullied for the rest of fucking school.
This is how this kid got special lessons. Like, for all we know, this might actually be how.
Wait, what?
No, let someone else read. You've read like a paragraph. I'll read. Mr. Tyson quickly swung his head around and broke his neck. Squinted his eyes at me for a second, and then burst out laughing so hard that all other students couldn't help but join in. Because that's how a teacher should act.
Yeah.
Embarrassed and confused, I slumped back and crossed my arms. When everyone finally stopped laughing, Mr. Tyson said, "Silly boy, the Earth only looks flat because it's so big and you're so small. Imagine an ant on a basketball." Wait, he's actually presenting a good argument.
Yeah.
For him, the horizon seems flat, even though he's really on a ball. Earth is like a spinning basketball on top of Michael Jordan's finger, and you are like an ant standing on its surface.
So, I mean, yes.
Well, I didn't think Dubay was gonna disprove himself.
Yeah. So good show, everybody. That's it. We're done.
Bye.
Bye.
I know, right? So, I still do love the fact that Dubay thought it'd be great to complain about children indoctrinated in schools.
Well, I guess we can send this to.
No teacher even does this. There isn't a specific lesson for the shape of the. I
No.
don't remember, like this lesson never happened.
No,
never has the teacher just sat us down and asked, "What shape is the Earth?" Like you.
Yeah. I don't. Well, I mean, probably because Dubay doesn't remember or didn't go to school, but that's not how school works at all.
Wait. I mean, how old is Dubay?
I don't know. I think he's
40?
fairly young. I think he's about my age.
Oh, I thought he was like 40.
I don't know. He's all skinny and yoga-y. I don't know. So yeah.
Hold on, I'm skinny. Like, what do you have against skinny people, fatso?
That I'm fat. That's what I got against skinny people.
Well,
it's their
fuck
fault
you.
I'm fat.
Yeah, it's totally our fault that you eat more calories than you
that I burn. I know. So yeah, there's this reminds me a lot of a Chick track. There's like no subtlety in this at all.
Yeah, it's really like Chick track. Like
you don't even understand the very thing that you are talking. Like schools don't do this, but according to you, this is what schools do. They ridicule children. Because you know.
But I mean, I gotta give him credit. Like at least I think, like writing wise, he's just doing a pretty good job. Like it feels like a children's book.
That's true.
Like a really fucked up children's book, but it's still.
All right. Next paragraph, and hopefully we can all see it. Mr. Tyson walked to the blackboard and drew a solar system diagram. As he continued explaining, not only does the Earth spin at 1,000 miles per hour around its axis, because that's how we measure rotation, and not by rotations per time.
Also, that gives the impression the way he's phrasing it there would mean that like next to the North Pole, it's going at 1,000 miles per hour.
Yeah. Earth also spins at 67 miles per hour around the sun. Again, not how we measure things, but whatever. Meanwhile, the sun, Earth, and every planet in the solar system is already spinning at 500,000 miles per hour around the very center, around our corner of the Milky Way galaxy, while the entire Milky Way galaxy is shooting off at millions more miles per hour away from the Big Bang explosion, which created the universe.
Hold up, there are two faults there. First of all, we're not spinning around our corner of the Milky Way galaxy. We are spinning around the Milky Way galaxy, like the center of it, not our corner. Not even sure how. It's a really weird expression to say our corner because it's a round thing. It doesn't have corners. Also, we are not speeding miles per hour away from the Big Bang explosion because A, the Big Bang wasn't an explosion. B, it was an expansion that happened everywhere. And C, what we're actually going towards is the great attractor.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but you explained this so nicely, like as if we have science with a good explanation for all of this.
I like how Dubay just makes it seem like we're zipping through the universe, we're going this fast, we're using big numbers, big words.
All the numbers!
So fast, and then all of a sudden we don't feel it.
I mean, flat earthers have one giant fear, which is numbers. They can't.
Hence the die. Also, I would like to point out that you need two.
I need two now? Are we at two?
He made two mistakes in that.
Oh, okay. We're up to two, guys. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did. You're right. So we're at two. We finally get to have the dice back out. All right. Let's see.
Is there gonna be some kind of damage modifier?
We'll have to figure out something. Like we'll add our fortitude to our intelligence and figure it out.
What's above him? What's with the clouds? Is that supposed to be a thought bubble?
I guess so.
Are these his parents? Did they have him when they were like 60?
I think this is the grandpa with the plane. And so according to the trailer for this, they go on a journey together to discover like the shape of the Earth. So I think that's the plot contrivance of this.
Yeah, because that little plane on the front cover is able to make a circumnavigation of the Earth.
Yeah, so that's, I mean,
no,
yes.
wait, are they gonna Antarctica can be shut down? Oh, I hope that's.
Oh goodness. All right, so who wants to read the first big paragraph? And while you're reading, I'm gonna go get some tea. So
Blue. I think
Me.
it's your turn.
Walking home from school, I couldn't stop thinking about what Mr. Tyson had said.
And what he did to my butthole.
If the Earth really was a big ball spinning around itself, rotating around the sun, revolving around the galaxy, and shooting off through the universe, then why does the North Pole star never move? Maybe because it's in the same damn galaxy as us and is moving in the same fucking.
Also, it does move. R&D,
Yeah,
if you can get this,
very slightly though.
Yeah.
The Earth axis processes.
Yeah.
Anyway, why haven't the constellations ever changed position or shape in thousands of years? They have. Night after night, year after year. Grandpa and I watched Polaris appear in the exact same spot while all the other stars in the constellation always remained their relative positions to each other.
Yes, because we all know that all events in the universe must take place on a human lifespan scale. That's just like a law.
Yeah. If there was a change that happened that was longer than that, it just doesn't happen at all. Like,
yeah, Yella is correct. We're gonna need a D100.
I got these guys.
Ooh, Mr. Fancy Pants.
I got a whole collection. I'm not sure if you've seen that, but we got lots of dice. We got lots of dice. We'll be fine.
Because R&D is a nerd, and I say that in the best possible sense. Because nerds are the best.
Yeah, nerds carry dice around with them.
One day I will get to fuck
dice
one.
Again?
D&D.
D&D. I got my D&D dice out.
I think Blue is a bit too young.
You're a bit too young for D&D, probably.
Well, so am I. Like, I mean, the height of D&D was like the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
If Earth really was traveling many millions of miles per hour in various directions, the star trails Grandpa and I often photographed should have shown irregular spiral shapes, not perfect circles.
Why?
Because he thinks the Earth travels so far that the stars should also move. Like, they shouldn't just spin around the center. They should also, like, he should be able to see the actual movement of them, because he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand that the stars, first of all, are moving with us, and also they're moving we're moving really, really fast, but they're really far away. Also, to the chat, yes, I know D&D are still going strong, but like their greatness, like when they were really, really popular and everyone was playing and everyone was talking about it, that was like 80s, late night, early 90s.
I guess there has been recently a resurgence with it, because it has gotten popular with things like Harmon Quest and
they've also like what's it called?
Critical Role does it. Critical Role, there we go. Yeah.
Oh.
So it's gotten a little bit more popular with the internet.
But I wouldn't give to have Matt as a DM.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I would cut off my legs, honestly.
Yeah. So yes, it's still going strong. But I don't. Blue, you've never played D&D, so it's a thing that old farts like me did.
You should say tabletop RPGs, because it's not just D&D. Like, you can play Pathfinder.
It's true. Pathfinders, yeah. I should play Pathfinder. We're getting off topic. Okay. So this is one that's actually I don't remember. I feel like it was Wolfie that did this. That you can pretty much take a camera and like stick it on something that spins, and have it take pictures, and you'll get the same kind of effect that you would in. No, it wasn't Wolfie. It was a flat earther who did this. That was the funny part. It was genuinely a flat earther who did this, and then he got the results that you would expect and didn't know how to explain them. And it was great. It was awesome.
I'm sorry to derail this again. Okay, Big Brother in the chat says, I still DM, and I'm in my late 50s.
Oh.
That is fucking awesome, dude.
That is really cool.
What? Physics Rocks actually met Gary Gygax.
Who did what?
Physics Rocks actually met Gary Gygax.
Oh, okay. Oh, I just saw that comment. I see.
That's awesome.
Although,
to be fair, the real inventor, do you know who the real inventor of D&D was? It wasn't Gary Gygax. It was H.G. Wells. He came up, he saw his kids playing with...
Off topic.
No, fuck you. He saw his kids play with toy soldiers, and he wanted to make a game, like make some rules for them so they can have stories that actually ended. So he came up with the base system, and then Gary Gygax saw it and adapted it into a fantasy setting.
Yeah. And to be fair, D&D is not like my favorite system. I do like it, but it's not my favorite. I actually prefer the one that they did for Exile and oh shit, what's the Exile is one of the sides of it. That's a little bit more freeform. That like you can especially the combat, because combat in D&D sucks.
It depends on which version.
I guess I've only played D5 and 3.5 or 3. Whatever. So Ola never did it. Hello, finally, it's about time. God, everyone's so goddamn late to the show.
Also, I already responded to Ola's comment.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Nah, it's fine. We started.
Then
I hate to ask. I really hate to ask. What did I miss?
Not much.
Yeah, we're being very slow at getting through this book.
Oh dear.
Yeah. All right, but we can move on. Okay, so here's our dice. I think Hillel, since you showed up, if you can see the screen, we are right here, so you can read the next little paragraph.
Do I get any context whatsoever?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Upon arriving home, Grandpa could see the distress on my face and asked what was wrong. I dropped my book bag to the floor and yelled,
tell anyone.
Mr. Tyson said the Earth is a spinning space ball.
Okay, so those little weird things aren't supposed to be hyphens. That's a weird font choice.
Yeah. Grandpa and Grandma suddenly both burst out laughing so hard that I couldn't help but join in. Oh, well then, don't fall off the bottom of the ball, dear. No.
Grandma wasn't the smartest.
Yeah. There's a reason she ended up with Grandpa. Grandma said, wiping tears from under her glasses. And don't get motion sick from all that spinning, my boy. Added
because
Grandpa.
That's how motion sickness works. Add another fault. You need to go up to 5 because he clearly doesn't understand how motion sickness works. In order to have motion sickness, you first of all, you can only feel acceleration or changes in motion, and they have to be above a certain level. And you won't feel the changes that you go through from the earth spinning. And when there's no difference between what you see and what you feel in your inner ear, your balance, you won't get motion sick.
Yeah.
So
I think we did this once on one of Red's hangouts where we actually sat down and calculated the change in the deceleration and acceleration between because Earth doesn't orbit in a perfect circle or it's in an ellipse. And we actually did the math on the changes of that, and it was like a mile per day change or something. It was something ludicrously small.
Like our inner ears are simply not that
yeah, you're not gonna feel it at all. It would if you it would have to be a really big change.
Even if you could feel it, that wouldn't be enough to be motion sick. If that was enough to cause motion sickness, you like earthquakes would make you motion sick. Like small earthquakes.
Any car ride would just be the death of you.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't be able to handle any car ride at all, even the slowest car ride in the world. All right. Oh, we finished this page. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna throw the link to Bo.
Yep. Oh, did I not? I'm sorry, Bo. Too many people. Oh, this is a nice picture. I like this picture. I will say that. I will say that I like the art. Even though you're a flat Earth artist, I don't actually mind your art style too much, and I actually want to zoom in on this picture because I kind of like it.
I can kind of get behind that, but it's still. I'm never been much for the like watercolor stuff.
I know why I like it, because you fucking stole it from from Van Gogh. You never mind.
Yeah, that's why I was about to say that looks very doesn't look like watercolor. That looks like an oil painting, and and all the swirls clearly look like very Van Gogh inspired.
Yeah.
Starry Night,
yeah, I mean it is Starry Night with like an extra sun thing.
No, well, kind of Starry Night.
Yeah, it's Starry Night. Well, I mean it's very Starry Night like it's got the.
Also, for any Dutch people in the chat, I'm really sorry for mispronouncing Van Gogh. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I know I mispronounced it.
It's pronounced Van Gogh.
Oh yes, Van Gogh.
That's probably more accurate. Okay.
Van Gogh. Sorry.
God damn you, people having unpronounceable names.
I shouldn't really make that joke. Also, I love his fucking painting. So.
Oh yeah. I would die to get one of his paintings. Oh, wrong side.
Oh, have you seen? There was someone who did like someone who made it so you had like an optical illusion where if you stared at a picture, when you then looked away from it, things like continued to like turn around, and they had that, and then they had Starry Night underneath.
Huh, that's cool.
You have to look it up. It's fucking amazing because it means all the swirls are actually spinning. Like you see.
Oh, sweet.
I'll go on. I'll look that up.
All right, Bohobel, since you're our newest guest, we are at the top of the page.
Okay, then. Well, as long as microblogganism will accept my name and not call me Bo, I'm not. I don't throw arrows, for fuck's sake.
Bo.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on. Let me get this dumb computer to go full screen on you. Yeah. Where's that thing?
So I've been pronouncing it wrong this whole time. This whole time I've been calling you Bohobel, and
yeah, it's Bo.
I have three first names. Bo. Holbo.
Holbo. Wait, Bo. Holbo is the first name.
Oh yeah, I have three first names. Bo, Harry, and Holbo. Yeah, that's how my family works.
Your family is weird.
Yeah,
I only have two.
So duh.
I only have two first names.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my
okay
bad.
then.
Because technically, just for anyone in the chat, in Denmark we don't technically have middle names. It's all just front names, first names, and then
fuck names. What the hell?
No, front names.
Now we know what microblogganism does for a living.
Oh boy.
Well, a fuck name is just like the name you have, like your porn star name.
It's a prostitute name. It's what you give everybody in the corner.
Prostitutes don't have different names. What the fuck is that?
Right, on with the stupid. Where should I start?
Right there. The evening.
Okay, let's just hope the resolution doesn't go any further down. That evening, we laid awake long past my bedtime stargazing. Oh, this sounds creepy already. It doesn't make sense, Grandpa, I said, becoming increasingly frustrated. Oh, sorry, no, you threw me off.
I'm gonna make that joke because fuck it.
How can the constellations never change? Come on, resolution, damn encoder. Change if we're flying millions of miles per hour in several different directions through the universe. If that's really true, then the night sky should look different every single night. Which it is, you fucking retard.
Yeah, it's just
You just can't see it because of your angular resolution of your eye.
Yeah, we don't notice that small. We don't notice changes that small. Like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you molded your mouth correctly this morning, Macro.
no, I think it's because I finished a 9% beer in less
You sure
than
it
an
wasn't
hour.
90?
On an empty stomach, and you
Not on an
you
empty
just chugged it.
stomach. Not on an empty stomach. I had a kebab.
Ooh, yeah, right. Okay, moving on.
All right, who's next? Who wants to turn to the next paragraph?
Let the mushmouth read it.
The what?
The who?
Mushmouth.
I mean, that's like all of us.
Yeah, but I'm
Translator.
okay. It was a reference to the fact that I just. Never mind.
Okay, reference. Okay, yeah, no. Okay, I will take the questionable honor of being a cottonmouth, at least in terms of my language.
Okay.
My birth language. Right. You're absolutely right, my boy. Grandpa sighed, and his usual jovial face turned serious. I'm going to tell you a secret now. The world's biggest secret.
Now this is gonna get fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Very
our
few
secret.
people in their lifetimes never get to know this incredible secret. Oh man, this is sounding kind of.
The only other person who knows about it is Grandma.
And the few who do are usually forced to keep it to themselves.
Just like you
The
will.
Yeah.
We won't talk about this, won't we, Billy?
He'll be scarred for life, won't you, chap?
Come on. Okay,
The secret-
Billy. It's time for you to lick my magic snake.
Oh man.
Oh no.
But Grandpa, it's all gooey and soft. Well, that's because you have to work at it.
Oh no!
Not for long.
Sorry, Blue. Wait. Oh. Damn it.
Enough.
God
Okay.
damn it!
I should probably start beep every time I beep with the beep words.
No.
No.
If you lick the magic snake enough, it will give you a gift.
Is that? Nope.
For God's sake.
The secret is actually something plainly obvious for everyone to see. But when you try telling people, they just scoff and call you crazy. That's because you are. You're.
That's Eric speaking from experience.
Yeah, personal experience. Oh yeah. That is how this incredible but obvious secret has been kept so well hidden in plain sight for nearly 500 years.
We need to turn the die.
So how long have we known the shape of the Earth?
Like a while.
Thousands of years.
Thousands of years.
Okay, it's an
Ancient
obvious.
Greeks.
Yeah, this is something obvious, but it's a secret.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't exactly fly, does it?
It's one of those obvious secrets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hiding in plain sight.
Yeah. You just have to really believe it.
Tell me, Grandpa.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Unable to convey myself.
What is it? This book should really have been made so that you could easily point out the boy's voice and the creepy guy's voice, so we could narrate it correctly.
Tell me, Grandpa. Grandpa, why are you taking your pants off?
I've got a good idea. How about I do the kid's voice?
Oh,
Yeah, let's see if we can do that on the fly there.
We'll try to. All right. So this.
So
Marvel, prepare for imminent life scarring.
I'll read the thing in between.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously.
Blue Marble, go ahead.
From the beginning of recorded history.
Oh, no, you're up
After
here.
thousands
above.
of
One
thousands.
above.
Wait, skip the spot.
The one line.
This is you, Blue Marble.
Oh,
This is you. and then this is Micro, and then this is you again.
Okay. Tell me, Grandpa.
I interrupted, unable to contain myself.
Oh, come on, Micro. Have you never acted before?
Come on,
What
don't.
the fuck was
Come on,
that?
Macro. Don't put too much effort into it. God, you're gonna rupture your spleen.
I interrupted, unable
Sweating
to contain
sugar
myself.
tears or something. Come on.
What is it?
Who's gonna
Okay,
be grandpa?
RD is you're the oldest, so you're grandpa.
You're the grandpa.
All right, maybe the creepy,
The creepy
grandpa.
grandpa.
Great.
I'm not even sure if he that was assumed.
Oh goodness. For the
this is turning
beginning,
out great, man.
for the beginning of recorded history, after thousands upon thousands of years, every ancient culture around the world knew for a fact that the Earth was not a spinning ball.
Oh, hey, you've got. Hey, hang on. You know Godless Engineer.
Yeah.
Every time you see something capitalized, do the Godless Engineer thing.
What does he do?
You don't have. Okay, you don't have to do the earbud warning, but everything that's capitalized, you have to yell it.
Oh, I have to yell it out. All right.
Yeah.
Also, I want to point out that that's the name of his book. So, yeah.
Are you ready?
They knew from the observation, experimentation, and common sense that Earth is a motionless, level plane, and that the sun, the moon, and stars all revolve over and around us.
I like all those very clear and concise examples he's giving of observation, experimentation.
Oh, yeah.
You need to find a die with 7 on it, because he said that for thousand upon thousands of years, every ancient culture around the world knew for a fact, when we know that's not a fact.
Yeah. By the way, Hillel, are you blind? Can't you see the illustrations? It's clearly shown in all those illustrations. I mean, okay, to be honest, I can't see the whole illustration. We'll probably be able to see that later, but it's actually not that bad.
That's something
colors
he
are bright.
stole. That's something stolen.
Yeah, it's actually so this is Starry Night.
It's
it's a Starry Night ripoff.
And I'm betting you that particular Starry Night ripoff wasn't something the artist originally made.
Yeah. And since I just got reminded, Stargazer Jim was the one who recommended that, or who told me about the book.
Oh yeah.
During Longer and Harder. Yeah. So it's
thank you.
So
Stargazer.
either thank him or yell at him, whichever one you prefer. But all of this is his fault.
I'm gonna do both.
Yeah.
Fuck you. It's not like you literally bought it, literally looked it up, literally put it on your desk with your camera above it. Yeah, it's all on him. You're right.
Micro, I have to commend you for your tenacity. You're going to do both of them. That's dedication.
I can pleasure more than one
person.
Also, I have another.
Moving on.
I finished the beer. I have another one.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to switch over to beer here in a second. They knew that the North Pole at the magnetic monopole center point of the Earth was Polaris.
Right. You need to go to 8, maybe 9.
Yeah. So Earth's a monopole. Nope, it's not.
Okay, we are not recounting errors, are we?
No, we'll try original arrows. We'll try to keep up with it.
Original arrows coming soon to Netflix.
Oh, is that what the die's for?
Yeah, this is because I know this is just on Google whatever Hangouts. I don't have an overlay to keep track of things, so
it's more fun with the die.
So we can keep track of it. Okay, where were we? They knew just as you do from years of sky watching that Polaris is the only motionless star in the heavens, while all other constellations roll perfect circles around it.
I
know.
Right? I do believe that word is revolve.
No, it's
and that word above it, and the word above it is pronounced Polaris.
It's Polaris.
Oh dear, that looks like it's Polaris.
Oh,
it also looks like it's made out of chocolate cake.
Tasty.
No, sexy.
Don't, Micro,
sexy,
no.
You're right.
No, Micro.
Sexy.
Daytime, nighttime, sexy, sexy.
Ooh, la la la. You touch me, baby.
Oh,
wait,
God.
wait. Minor in the room. Minor in the room.
Yeah,
It's
we
just
gotta
like
try to do a little
la-la-la.
better.
Ding ding dong. Wait, he's not a minor in Denmark. He's wait. Are you?
Wait,
you're
no, 14. No.
Wait. Blue. How old are you?
And unmuting would be a preference.
Blue, are you 15 yet?
No comment,
Oh,
apparently.
no comment yet. Okay.
I think his mom might have heard us.
Yeah.
Why are there
He
strangers
tagged
on
him
the
out with-
internet telling you about grandpas touching you in weird places? Maybe you shouldn't be hanging out with those people.
I mean, Blue isn't Catholic, so he like it's never gonna happen to him.
That's rock solid logic right there.
Hashtag rapey joke.
Oh god, this stream is gonna get demonetized.
It's not rape if it's a joke.
How can you have a live stream if you don't have any channel anymore?
That's true.
All right, so here's
crying.
the pretty picture that we got to look at this time.
What's with all the ink splotches?
I don't know. I really want to know
life
what
choices
happens
that
here.
brought me to the here and now. So many regrets. So many regrets.
Well, all the regrets that you didn't make life choices that brought you here faster.
No comment. Anyway, those pictures are
Those pictures are a thing.
Pictures? They're
I can already see some mistakes.
I get the feeling that this is going to be one of those like the kid's going to be questioning it, and the teacher's going to be like, "No, you're a dumbass," and then
well, the kid is a dumbass.
I mean, yeah, and apparently
God.
this teacher is like the meanest. I don't even know how you stay a teacher while being such a mean asshole to your students, but in Eric's world of view of the world, that's what happens.
I mean, he looks like a rather down guy. I mean, look at the long face.
Yeah. And that's
half
Tyson.
horse.
So I am actually disappointed that he's not black-ish, like tannerish looking. I gotta say, if you're gonna name him Tyson, go all the way.
Hello, that's because he's called Tyson.
Oh yeah, this is Mr. Tyson.
Oh, is it
I
now?
wonder if the teacher is related to
Okay.
to jalapeno on a stick.
Because R&D,
With
that's
taste.
some and context. Wow, it's just a wonderful thing. Otherwise, because all I got was, man, why is this teacher blacker?
Why teacher no black?
Hey, whether black is a color or not depends on if it's additive or subtractive color blending. So yeah.
All right, moving on. We lost Blue Marble, so we're gonna have to, improvise the kid.
Wait, Hillel, how old are you?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
12. Good. So you're the kid now.
No, I want to know if he's older or younger than me.
It's probably somewhere in the middle.
Okay, I'm 25.
Blue will be back in a bit, he says.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Who's next on this one?
I'd like to be the narrator.
Okay.
Okay.
The narrate.
Me. Oh, sorry.
Oh wait,
The next day at
I'm gonna designate Hillel to be Professor
Snape.
Yes, I was gonna say Snape actually. Professor.
Don't mind me over here, guys. I'll just be waiting until it's my turn. I'm just Professor Snape.
You're Professor Snape now.
For fuck's sake, R&D.
Labels are fun.
Snape.
No.
So
Okay,
by default,
that's in my head now.
yeah. So by default, that means
right
you're
for that,
the
Michael.
kid. Micro, you're the kid. Just because Blue's not here.
Oh, he's totally the kid. He still has a pacifier on.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So narrator.
All right then. The next day at school, Mr. Tyson continued explaining his version of the universe. In the middle of the blackboard, he drew a huge circle. It's huge. Oh, wait. To represent the sun with 9 smaller circles of various 9?
Yeah.
Smaller circles of various sizes to represent the planets. The planets, he said, were spinning space Why is there a dot there? Oh,
It's
space
their
ball.
hyphen. Version of a hyphen.
Yeah. Similar to Earth. And Earth was, in fact, the third planet from the sun.
Okay, what are we up to? 11 or something now?
Oh wait, so we still got our 9.
Yeah, because there is there's a fault in the fact that he has 9 planets. There's a fault in the fact that he has planets in quotation marks, and there's a fault in the fact that he says that all the planets are similar to Earth.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're at 11 now.
But then again, playing devil's advocates, Pluto is still a planet. It's just a subplanet. It's a subcategory.
Well, if you do that, then no, because then there are more, because there are other dwarf planets.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Because
Anyway.
All right. We won't get too pedantic.
Who says this? Mr.
I believe that's
We're still narrator.
Rhetoric.
We're still the narrator.
Oh
no, that's
RD, I have to warn you. You have 2 Danish idiots in the hangout. There is pedantrism in this hangout.
Pedantry will happen.
There's pedantrism. Yeah. Oh my.
Yeah, it's just like scientism, you know. He then showed us a colorful poster with beautiful images of each one.
Mr. Tyson.
He showed him his balls.
For fuck's sake.
No, his balls.
Balls.
Right.
Oh,
Balls.
goodness.
Suck my balls.
What the
I'll wait my turn.
Yeah, so it's your turn. After that, that's all you.
That was a deep marble.
Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune.
God damn it,
Totally not a safe way to say that.
God damn it, Micro.
And Pluto all revolve around the sun.
Oh, this is so stupid. Oh, yeah, but hey, it does say Uranus. It does say Uranus. I mean, come on.
Well,
Good.
Oh, damn.
Professor Snape said. The Earth spinning around itself causes day and night, while rotating and wobbling around the sun causes seasons.
Not an arrow. It's not the wobbling around the sun that causes seasons. It's just the rotation around the sun.
Yeah, so it's the
wobble.
wobble.
It's the
Earth's wobble.
axis being not perpendicular to the ecliptic that causes the seasons.
Hence the wider rotation.
Yeah. The wobbling has very little to do with any of that.
Yeah, the wobble would really the wobble would cause long-term changes to the season, maybe. Like seasons, maybe that's all.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure they do that.
Jared, we are reading
Hey,
Eric
Jared.
Dubay's kids book.
Show him the face.
Wait, Jared, you wanna join?
Yeah. Jared, if you want to come on here, someone here will probably send you a link.
Yeah, I will. I'll totally send you a link.
Yeah, we'll send you a link. You can come join us. We are reading Eric Dubay's latest kids book. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's just the best.
Too late, Micro.
I'm currently chatting with Gio, who's just seen the new Doom trailer. So.
Oh
God.
Cool.
And I gave Jared the link here.
Sweet. All right. Kid Micro.
Fun.
Typing.
Wait a minute.
Hey, inhale some helium first, dude.
Oh goodness. Narrator.
Wait
Hold
a
on, the
minute.
child is dying.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was going blank there. I said loudly with a sudden burst of confidence.
I watch the stars and often see Mercury and Venus shining bright all night long. But for your diagram to be true, someone on Earth should only see Mercury and Venus during the daytime.
Oh, bullshit.
Nice.
Yeah, that's...
Mr.
Yeah.
Tyson glared at me
Get
with
up.
an arm in the way of the text. Thank you. Mr. Tyson glared at me without blinking or speaking and slowly raised an eyebrow. The other children murmured, Then went silent.
See!
Oh, sorry. No. Damn!
See!
I continued.
If Mercury and Venus are closer to the sun than Earth, then we could only ever see them while the sun is out. It would be impossible to see them at night because Earth is facing the wrong way. I don't understand how sunset and sunrise work.
And apparently he thinks he's what if you've watched Venus all night long just go across the sky, I mean, you're wrong.
Night element. Oh, sixth element. All night long. Okay. By the way, hi Jared. Please save us.
Greetings, guys. You know what? As if last night wasn't enough stupidity, I just had to come into this.
Yeah. How's your OBS going?
Oh.
Oh crap!
I wasn't the only one who had issues with OBS yesterday. So I kind of feel a little better.
No, there was some kind of error in it.
Yeah, and the Godless Ion is also was also having problems. Although we are sure that it was Artemis brain sample that was the the reason. But no, there's something's going on today. These couple of days.
Yeah.
Oh well.
It might also be YouTube. I think it could also be YouTube streaming thing.
Well,
yeah. Thing.
I noticed the people who were using regular Hangouts on air, the free version, didn't have an issue, but anyone who was using the third-party encoder, that's where the issue was. It could have been YouTube, it could have been OBS, it could have been both.
Well, I'm guessing it. Yeah, that's if it's all third-party encoders, that would be just a YouTube.
But have any of us had the clarity of mind to go to the different, to the OBS and YouTube and all the other streaming apps and checked up the service status sites just to check if they're doing some maintenance or anything?
Well, hold on. Well, last night when I was dealing with my issue, I actually Lord Crocus Squirrel helped and got the actual IP addresses for a couple West Coast servers, YouTube being one of them. And my ping time was lower than I expected. So it definitely wasn't a communication issue to the server itself. So it could have been something with OBS. It could have been something on their end internal, or both. I'm short of actually getting into their network and doing my own diagnostic on their servers. I'll never fucking know.
No.
All right, so we're gonna be as interesting as YouTube stuff is. Who's next?
Yeah, it'll be me. I can see. And while I do that, read the side chat, R&D.
Side chat, not the.
Yeah, Mr. Tyson finally blinked, lowered his eyebrow, then
he only has the one
motions with his mouth. No, sorry. Then
it's a unibrow. It's okay.
Yeah. Then turned back to the blackboard and continued his lecture. He completely ignored my
Did you just say bloodboard?
Blackboard.
I heard it was bloodboard.
I am slightly inebriated, so if you got that wrong, I apologize.
That's I like it. He hadn't blinked that whole time. He was just licking his own eyes during that whole upper paragraph.
Yeah. And I've actually seen calves doing that, literally licking their eyeballs.
Well, that's how a lot of gecko species don't have they can't blink. The way they clean their eyes is literally by licking them.
Yeah, and frogs. Oh well, no, not the gay frogs. Shut up, Micro. He completely ignored my objection and just carried on as though my revelation was irrelevant.
That sounds wrong.
Yeah. Discouraged but not dissuaded. I knew he could pretend nothing happened. but I'd found out a fatal flaw in his model. And this was just the beginning.
Am I the only one who finds it hilarious that like Eric has a kid as his protagonist because that's the intelligence level he's at?
Well, I was gonna make this joke at the beginning, but having a Flat Earth kids book is a bit redundant. It's
Yeah, absolutely.
A bit redundant.
Also, I like the little addition of he's called it his revelation because to flat earthers, every little thing that they think is a problem is just an enormous revelation.
Oh yeah.
A special secret only they know, of course.
Yeah, because it's not
Very
like
obvious.
it's a massive misunderstanding on their part.
Just like the
but
secret between Billy and Chris. I mean, we don't have a name for our protagonists.
Okay. No, it's not just a secret; it's an obvious secret.
Well, it is an obvious secret, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, Charlie, I may have missed this, but who is the publisher of this book? This is self-published. Well, there's a company called Lulu. I think that's their name.
Which is a company on the internet that will publish any old shit.
Yeah. So there isn't like when I ordered this, because I ordered this like 2 or 3 weeks ago. When I order it, they print it to order and then they ship it to you. So it's not like they printed out like 1,000 copies of this and then you can buy it on Amazon or anything.
Oh damn! That means you actually had to pay for it.
Oh no, I actually paid for this book.
Jared,
$30.
yeah, $30.
$30 for this book.
I'm assuming Dubay gets half of that or something like that.
I doubt he even gets half. I'm with publishing and all that. I'm pretty sure he because like not even like a published author would get half of the royal like.
And to be honest, I think Eric would be just happy enough to get his name out there to infect people.
Yeah. So
specifically children.
Yeah, because he complains about people indoctrinating children.
And yeah,
I wonder what kind of car. Yeah, I wonder what kind of vehicle he owns.
A bicycle.
You are assuming he's smart enough to learn how to drive.
Oh no!
I said own.
No, here's the thing.
He doesn't actually have to drive it. He just has to own it.
He and Phuket Word have actually gone on camera and touted their green footprint by only riding bicycles. This was like 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't fault them for that.
Hold on, wait. How the fuck does global warming work on a flat Earth?
Well, you see, all the heat gets trapped inside of the dome.
No.
Oh, it's a little. So it's not greenhouse gases; it's a literal greenhouse.
Yeah, actually,
a little greenhouse. Yeah.
Well, no. Global warming works just as well as radio propagation works on the on the flat Earth.
There we go.
It's
Jared, why don't you read for us?
So Jared, you're going to be our narrator whenever there's quote.
It'll be...
All right, so we have people doing the character voices. I do everything.
So you're going to be the narrator for this page.
Who gets to get?
I'm the kid.
Who gets to get the baby to be the baby this time?
I'm the kid.
So Micro still wants to be the kid.
Micro's the kid. I say Hill does the grandpa.
Sure thing.
Sure.
Oh,
I don't think there's a grandpa this time. Oh, thank you, Crash, for your
professor.
No, he comes up.
Oh, hey! Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that
Super
in the live chat? Yeah, but no, not that. The dollar sign in the super chat where you can donate a super. You can submit a super chat yourself. Mm-hmm. That thing was animated.
Oh, was it? I didn't see that. That's cool.
And it was yellow.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't get you boobs because we don't have the boobs going today. But if you show up to 100 tomorrow, I will get you. Remind me, and I will get you a free pair of boobs.
Hold on, I'll find some boobs.
Come on, RD. I even sent you
tomorrow.
Yeah, I even sent you 2 awesome boob.
That's true.
Gifts.
I mean, I guess I could.
Okay, one of them can be used, but
okay. I'm very worried about that phrasing.
Also, I want to point out you have not, as far as I know, not included any of the suggestions I gave.
Have I not? Probably not. Probably not.
Do my ears not deceive me, Artie? You're taking poop requests?
Yeah. No donations. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, RD, I sent you a boob.
Hello.
Hello. Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're going to try to get the one that Bo Hobel sent me because one of those is
Okay. No, I want to
Yeah, one
explain
of them.
something to Hill.
Uh-huh.
Hill, I'm a huge boob man, so yeah, I am.
Oh yeah.
So wait,
Oh, you know
hold
what?
on, wait. Let me get this
Micro,
right.
I'll send you the one
Wait,
that R&D will not, under any
Wait a
circumstances,
second.
use on this channel.
Hold on, wait.
Wait,
Let me get this right.
Wait, who just joined?
That would be Apollo.
Apollo. Oh, Apollo's okay. You have
I
different
have no idea
names for
who
different
that
things,
is.
Apollo.
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
That's Apollo. Hey, Day.
So
Hey,
I do have a question for you, Micro. Are you saying you are a rather large man who is a fan of boobs, or are you a man who is a fan of rather large boobs?
The
the
ladder.
second one.
The thing one.
The ladder? What? The
Ladder.
ladder? What?
The ladder.
The second one.
No,
L-A-T-T-E-R.
yeah, which is pronounced the latter. Yeah.
Fuck
God.
you.
You,
So also,
hey,
wait,
you're
R&D,
the
let me-
pedantic on Rhetoric's Hangouts. I
I'm not
might as well
pretending about
troll you with pedantry.
Wait, hold on, R&D. Let me get this right. So, if people give you money, then you give them a specific pair of boobs which they have requested. So, at what point is it not just pornography?
Well, because YouTube hasn't
It's
kicked
art.
me off the
Hold on,
internet
hold
yet.
on, hold on.
You just
All right,
you know,
so
you
here,
just
this is
disguise
for
it with art.
Crash.
Yes,
Case
like,
in point.
I mean,
For a child book, not pornography.
Yeah.
Let me get back to the original topic, please.
Back to original topic. Yeah.
Yes,
we
thank you. Much better. Much better.
All right. All right.
Oh,
So Jared, you are our narrator. You get to narrate this bit. I think this is Professor Snape. So whoever's doing Professor Snape.
No, that's Grandpa.
That's Grandpa.
Yeah, I already read ahead. It's Grandpa. They're not at
Mhm.
school.
Okay, so
Oh, you
that's
cheater.
me then. That's me. Great, wonderful.
All right.
All right.
And you are going to want to present yourself. I've noticed this.
No.
It's not
do
presenting.
not present.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, Bo, that is a beautiful one. Thank you.
Yeah, isn't it beautiful? But too bad R&D won't use this one.
I see why. Anyways.
Yeah.
That evening.
That evening, after dinner, Grandpa set up his telescope in the backyard and called me out to sit with him, asking with a cheeky grin,
What new nonsense did they teach you today, my boy?
Isn't nonsense one word?
Mr.
Yeah.
Tyson showed us a poster with pictures of planets and said all the other planets are just like
Ow,
Earth.
my ear.
So Earth must be a sphere.
I think you mean your plate. I think only dogs could hear that one.
Dogs and cats.
Grandpa's grin
Odd.
stretched to his ears.
Well, that's just silly, isn't it? Basketballs are spheres. But that doesn't mean the court is a sphere. Billiard balls are spheres.
What?
One more time, please.
Billiard balls are spheres, but that
That's
doesn't mean
better.
the table is a sphere. To begin with,
Ah.
you know something is wrong when you ask the shape of the floor and someone immediately looks up to the ceiling for answers. Moreover, Earth is not a planet. Earth
False.
is a plane.
Error.
Where's the 14 on this? There's a 15.
Right under your finger.
That is right under my finger. There we go. Earth is a plane, which
Can I
means
say it?
level or flat. They just added the
Let's go up to 15 because
can't-
level does not mean flat.
they just added. Oh god, where I lost my spot. They just added a T to the end of our Earth plane, then
Teat?
started calling it a ball.
Yeah. That's how language works.
Yeah, that's how we name things. Have a look here.
Grandpa motioned for me to look through the telescope at a bright, blinking, twinkling, clearly circular, but not spherical, yellowish star.
Wait. Okay.
Wait, hold on. Let me finish reading this, and then you can complain.
So
That,
many
my boy-
adjectives.
Yeah, that my boy is the planet Venus.
Oh, thank God! For a
Planet.
moment, I thought he was looking directly at the sun.
No, that would be actually.
We could only hope.
Yeah, please do that. So yeah. Oh, and in here, I'll try to show it because he actually has a pretty good drawing of it there. So I guess this is Venus right here.
Ooh, Venus.
Yeah. So because Venus, it looks like a star, but it's actually a planet or something, I guess. I mean, it is, but
it is a planet. But
it
the
is a planet.
The thing is, what his argument here is that you shouldn't be able to see it at night, which it completely ignores that like you should only be able to see it when the sun is up, which ignores that the fact that the like you depending on where you are on Earth, it's gonna be different, but also the fact that the planets don't like orbit the sun at the same plane exactly. So you will sometimes,
for that matter.
Yeah, there's a reason why Venus is known as the morning star and evening star, and was originally thought to be two separate objects. No, seriously.
Yeah.
Hey, you should check my my screen. Here are some amateur photos of Venus, and you can even see how the lightning changes right here. You see that?
Ooh, coronal aberrations.
So
no, wait, damn.
it is quite clear the Venus looks nothing like a star in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, I'm sure it does if you cherry pick pictures of it or drawings of it.
Oh, come on, you guys. That's because it's wandering so fast you can't focus on it correctly.
You know, that was an actual argument made by Orphan Red that we shouldn't be able to take a picture of the moon because it's going so fast that it would like no joke.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
Hello.
That's something.
To that I say.
All right, where's our kid?
But that doesn't look like anything.
Calm down.
That doesn't look anything like the picture Mr. Tyson showed us.
I interrupted. Grandpa nodded.
They can make fancy, believable pictures using computers nowadays, but they can't stop us from using our own eyes to see the truth. Venus used to be called the morning star, since it is often seen rising in the east before dawn.
Wait, what the fuck? You just said that it could only be seen during the night and when the sun isn't up.
Yeah,
If
that was
it's
his proof from the
If
last
it's
one.
before dawn, then it's when the sun isn't up. That's the definition of before dawn. Are you retarded, Dubay? Are you
Remember, you don't blow a fuse in your brain, dude.
Yes. Let's remember, he has to contradict himself for the narrative to make sense too.
Yeah, that's true. Wandering Star.
Okay, I'm turning Discord off. I keep looking at certain.
In fact, all the so-called planets were known to the ancients as wandering stars because they differ from other fixed stars in their relative motions only, each making its own unique floral petal-like pattern over the earth.
Wait, hold on. It's not over the earth, it's around the sun. It's talking about retrograde motion.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
come
also
on, the
some
sun
really
is right
good,
over the earth, so it still counts.
Yeah.
I guess.
I know that there's some amateur pictures of like Saturn with its rings and stuff, so it looks nothing like a star. And
Yeah,
you can
I
see
actually
shadows on it.
Now.
I had the pleasure of seeing Saturn's rings for the first time a few weeks ago. It was very nice.
That's very cool.
Now, I do have to point out that when Saturn's rings were first observed, the discovery was taken to the church to get an explanation.
Yes.
And the reason what they gave was that it was Jesus's ascended foreskin.
And for any
No,
and
is
all
awesome.
You
scientific
cannot be
questions, you
serious.
need to go to the church because that's the only place where you can get answers.
Yeah.
Hold on, is Dubay a Christian?
I don't think so. I because he's often come out against. He's one of those like everything's a conspiracy people.
You know, I would think he's a Buddhist, maybe. If he is religious in any type of way,
It's
and I know
not-
a Buddhist is by definition an athist, but still,
I
if
think
anything, it would be
Christian
a
in
Buddhist.
the same way that the Jainism is a Christian, where he's one when it's convenient.
Where he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's more that, like it was pointed out in the chat, the Latin word for morning star is Lucifer.
Oh, well, there we go. Okay,
And
let's
no,
see.
Lucifer is not a fallen angel, as some people think it
No.
means in the Bible. It is a king, and the name of a king that was, what do you call it? Han faldt i unåde, Macro?
He fell into like
Disgraced. That's it.
disgrace. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That not a fallen angel, a king
Also,
who was, fell into disgrace.
Also,
So,
he used to be Lucifer used to be the guardian angel of Venice. I think it's
Oh,
Venice.
really?
Yeah. You see, guys, it does make it good. I have to make this good point. It pays off to actually read the Bible, the whole Bible.
Oh yeah, definitely do that.
Actually,
Then you
R&D,
t- then
can
you-
you
then you
present me
get
for a
to know
second?
stuff.
Yeah, I can present. Hello.
Depends on what you're going to present.
Oops.
This talking about how
Hey
dissimilar
guys.
some of the
Hey,
planets are.
Jared.
The planets are from actual stars. You know, some of them have surface features. This is
Hi, Tornado.
Hey, Micro.
Hello.
Hi, Tornado.
Hey,
Look,
wait
yeah,
a
I
minute.
took this image a couple months back. It's Jupiter. You can you can see 3 of its moons, and you can also make out its surface features as well.
Well,
But Hill,
stars
this
have
is a-
surface features too.
Yeah.
But Hill, this is an obvious fake image because you can see stars there too. What the hell? That doesn't make any sense. Are you a double shell?
Oh, by the way, what's with that G20?
Oh, we're keeping track of the errors.
Oh, and this is the tweaked version.
Oh, look at that.
Guys,
Oh, look at
All the
those-
stars and so-called planets are immaterial lights. Oh wow,
if you
Evidence
guys
of
check
the-
my
detail. What the hell are they saying?
It's
Oh.
not your
check
turn
my-
to read.
yeah,
You
hold
can read
on.
on the next page.
Don't get too excited. Okay, so we gotta finish this page. As you can see, all the stars and so-called planets are just immaterial lights in the sky. They are not gigantic burning balls of gas, spherical Earth-like realms capable of stepping foot on. Good luck with that on a star.
Error. No, he means the planets. Also,
Oh, the
there's
planets.
error because you can't step on the gas giants.
Can you? I thought you could. It's just you
No.
If they're dense enough and the pressure is high enough, yeah.
No. If you try to step foot on a gas giant, you will fall down and eventually be crushed, and then at some point what remains of you will hit a metallic hydrogen. You cannot
Fun.
step foot.
Oh,
Hey,
I thought-
Fino,
I don't
you
know.
shut your
Okay.
mouth. Don't
Sure.
give him that kind of props. Jeez. No. That'll just feed the fire.
Yeah.
By the way, Apollo 16, badass.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Apollo 17, even more badass because that's where we got an actual photograph with a Hasselblad camera of
Oh,
the Earth.
Apollo 128.
CGI.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what they did that back then. Yeah.
We all know that Apollo 128 was the best.
No, Apollo 18. Didn't you see the movie? That was cool.
Okay. Nor are they millions and millions of miles away, but rather quite close, as evidenced by the
error.
amount of detail seen using a mere 83 times zoom telescope.
Error.
Error.
What is a telescope?
Telescope.
Telescope.
R&D can't read English.
Okay. I would
Can't
point out
reading the
that-
English.
That 83 times zoom is not a lot for a telescope.
Not at all. No, and I do believe that the P900 is actually
More than that, yeah, and that's
65 times 2.
Yeah, and the P1000 is way
93.
more.
Yeah, but only 93, but that's still a lot.
That's
And it's still a
way
shitty
more,
camera.
That's a camera.
Yeah, and
but
it's still a shitty camera though. It takes bad pictures.
Don't tell
compared
that
to the price. I was preparing a super chat for that, but I didn't make it.
Oh.
A person did this. Wait, are they basically telling me that a person did this to teach people that the Earth is flat?
This is Eric Dubay.
Tornado.
Whoa! What the hell were you about to call him?
Tomato.
Because I read it. I was looking,
now see here, Tomato.
No. I was looking at his avatar, at his profile picture, and started reading out. Tornado.
So you're starting to profile him. What are you planning?
Hey, Micro.
Okay. No. This not only is this a book by Eric Dubay, it's a children's book by Eric Dubay.
Yep.
That
Which makes sense. I mean, a child's book from a child. So.
If you guys check my screen, there is an amateur photo of Jupiter.
That's the one from Voyager, isn't it?
I think it just came.
No, that's an amateur photo taken with a telescope. And it shows the rotation of Jupiter.
And I've seen this one before. I think I might have used it in a video because it's a really
that big red spot. Oh, that's Mars.
And that's Mars, also taken with an amateur telescope, and you can actually see the surface rotate.
Yeah, you can see the pole. Dubay. Notice how we are able to fucking tell the planets even when they were that blurry. Yeah, that's because they have surface features. You fucking idiot.
He also doesn't seem to think that there are better telescopes nowadays that can,
83 is nothing.
Yeah.
But not just nowadays. My microscope, which is essentially just a telescope made to see, it's like to zoom in on things that's very close. It's the same technology. Can do 1,200 times zoom. Well, not zoom, like magnification.
A pair of binoculars can get 200. A pair of binoculars can get 120 times mag.
Yeah.
A fucking pair of binocs. You can see detail with a pair of binocs.
Okay.
On the moon's surface.
Wait, is Binoc a character from the Bible?
Mm-hmm. No, it's the leader of the Binars from Star Trek.
All right, so we gotta find ourselves a narrator and a Professor Snape and a kid.
I volunteer as tribute.
Well, I think since Tornado Pelt is now the youngest in here.
Oh, shut up.
Okay, so you're the kid, Tornado Pelt.
That's the rule we've been going by.
That's actually is the rules. Mr. Tyson, who's gonna be Professor Snape?
Ooh, me.
Okay, whoever said me, which I think was Hilla.
And I'll be the narrator.
All right, so we got narrator Professor Snape.
Well, I do sound like a teenager. I'm not doing a high-pitched voice, though.
Do whatever voice you want.
The next day, Mr. Tyson began class by asking,
which one is bigger, the sun or the moon?
Are you actually
I'm going to inject actual science in here, by the way.
As usual, none of the other students spoke up because they were scared as shit or stupid. We don't know.
They actually might be smarter.
So I quickly raised my hand, thinking the answer was obvious.
They are the same angular size. Anybody can see that. Although
wrong again, silly boy.
Hold on.
Size.
Hold on. Tornado Pelt, read what it actually says.
I'm trying to inject science so I can make.
No, we are just reading.
They are the same size. Anyone can see that.
Wrong again,
right ears, you asshole.
Mr. Tyson laughed to himself.
The sun is actually 400 times larger than the moon. It only looks the same.
Low.
Shh. Hush, the professor is speaking. It only looks the same size as
It's
the
a
moon
mister.
because it is also 400 times further away from the Earth.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm going to do this in my worst accent possible. That way I can Okay. You want me? You do
Okay.
it.
Was that Marvin the Martian?
Okay. So I just looked it up, and the Earth is not the Earth is 1,300,000 times larger than the Earth.
Sorry, what?
The Earth is what?
It's 1,300,000 times larger than the Earth, as in that's how many Earths you can fit inside the sun.
You just said you could fit that same amount of Earth inside the Earth.
You said the Earth is 1,000,000 times bigger than the Earth.
I'm sorry.
I said it twice.
I'm not sure if the is this the moon? Like, if you're just talking angular diameter, is this moon? Well, not angular diameter, obviously. Sorry, if you're talking actual, like, physical, like how much like diameter wise, is the sun only 400 times larger than the moon? Because that seems too low.
Think so. I don't know. Someone's gonna have to look that up because that does seem too low. That does seem way too low.
I can't believe I can't believe I'm being forced to read this.
You came into this.
Okay, volunteered. People in the chat, can you please help us out here? I'm gonna look it up as well.
All right,
people in the chat, I'm going to do this in a Marvin the Martian voice because I cannot stand doing this in my normal voice because reading it in my normal voice would make me sound dumber than I actually am.
All right, so we need narrator and we need our kid. Who's narrating since Micro's looking things up?
Maybe I can.
Oh, he can narrate, sure.
Okay, Apollo.
Oh, sorry, I gotta go.
Okay, never mind. Thank you for stopping me in, Apollo. Jared Bohobo.
All right, I'll do it.
Oh, God.
Dumbfounded, I blurted back.
You want me to believe the flat horizon I see in front of me is actually curved, the motionless earth the field beneath me is actually moving, and the two equal-sized circles I see above me are actually 400 times different size? Just how far away do you think the sun is, Mr. Tyson?
Oh, also, grammatical error.
You think?
There's probably lots of those.
Error. Right there. Error.
Where's our Professor Snape?
The sun is approximately 93 million miles from the Earth.
He said with a slow blink and roll of the eyes.
Here.
How could you or anyone else possibly know if no one has ever traveled 93 million miles to prove it? Oh, I think I know the answer. It's called angular size ratios.
Who has the cattle prod?
Why do you sound like you're pooping yourself?
Because it's the only way I can make this sound good.
No. Anyways, I asked with wide-eyed excitement.
Actually, sir, complex mathematical formulas and calculations perfected over centuries by astrophysicists and people much smarter than a pesky little schoolboy. That's how.
Well,
I'm still the kid.
no, not really. We are able to send probes around the sun, and we are only able to send probes to other planets because we know the mass of the sun and the distance to other planets. If this was wrong, the probes would go off the path we calculated.
So, how many errors are we up to now?
Okay, so I just both the chat and my own calculations show. Yeah, he's right about the 400 times angular diameter.
It just seems weird, but he's right. All
Not
right.
angular diameter, sorry, actual diameter.
Okay. Okay. This. So I really gotta point this out.
In this picture, this is the last moment that Grandpa and kid of unspecified name had with each other as the nuclear bomb in the distance quickly.
Wait, didn't you know that they were vacationing at Bikini Atoll?
Yep. Apparently they didn't.
I mean, Grandpa looks like he might have man boobs, so he probably could wear a bikini.
What the fuck?
So I'm like, for a kid's book, this is not how kids read books, Eric Dubay. Like, I also get the feeling that, like, if I were to search through this text, it's like 90% his own stupid book.
Wait. Justin Frank's in the chat. Sextants just measure angles. It would still work on a flat Earth. Not exactly. Because see, there's this pesky thing called a distance in relation to the angle change that would be consistently different on a flat plane compared
Also
to
parallax.
You forget the all-encompassing, all-encompassing answer to that one.
Okay, there he goes. He went further. The actual measurements you get from using a sextant don't work on a flat Earth, though. That is very true.
Tis true.
All right, so this next section, this giant wall of text, we are going to need a grandpa and a narrator.
I'll keep narrating.
Okay, we got our narrator. Who's gonna grandpa?
I could
Me?
do it.
You could do it, R&D.
Not very good.
Okay, we'll go with me then, because I haven't read in a while anyway. So, narrator.
That afternoon, upon hearing what Mr. Tyson taught us, Grandpa immediately loaded his truck and brought me to the beach. The sun was shining brightly through a few clouds, casting its rays downwards and outwards onto the water like a sparkling pyramid of light. Holy fuck, dude, punctuation.
Who writes your... Oh, wait. I was going to say, who writes your material? And then I went, oh, wait.
Those are called crepuscular rays.
Wait.
Say that again.
No, that's not how you pronounce it.
Crepuscular? I don't know. How do you pronounce it?
Crepuscular.
Crepuscular. I don't fuck. I can't English. Crepuscular.
Crepuscular?
Aren't they? They
Are you already being affected by the booze, Rhetoric?
I'm perfectly sober.
This is how he speaks.
I just opened my first beer.
Wait. One Toad has the proper pronunciation in the live chat.
Cursefucular.
Okay, R&D, please say pizza for us.
Pizza.
Yes, there it is.
Anyways.
There's an X in that word for some reason.
Yeah, because why not? Okay. Grandpa explained. If you trace the beams of light up past the clouds, they all converge at the sun. Just like if you trace back the beams diverging from a flashlight, they all converge back to its source. So what do you think? Does it look 93 million miles away to you?
Error!
Wait, yep, error.
Yeah.
Because the sun is not a point source like a flashlight.
You fucking idiot. It is actually an omnidirectional light source.
Well, not only that, but there is a point light source, but it's the hole in the cloud.
Yes.
And that thing is produced by the giant, nuclear flashbulb that just went off.
Grandpa smiled as I squinted my eyes and shook my head.
And all the cum drifted off my head.
Why?
My head, and it was a beautiful slow-mo shot.
Oh.
Why?
Why not?
Because.
Even Copernicus, the creator of this whole solar system cosmology, claimed the sun was only 3,391,200 miles away, based on his expert calculation.
Yeah, will someone remind me, when did Copernicus live?
Couple hundred years before telescope.
Yeah. So how likely was he to actually know the correct distance?
And of course,
Is that a
science can never ever like correct itself. It must have the right answer the first time around.
Yeah. Obviously. Like that's why we always have the right answer in all sciences.
Yeah.
That's there are never any mistakes. There's never things that are corrected. It's never like groundbreaking once thought to be fundamental theories are disproven and superseded by better explanations or different explanations. That never happens. No, it's not like
Nope.
There's not like several of my lectures have mentioned that. No. Nope.
Yeah, it's not like science is a self-correcting process developed.
That would be silly.
The next century, his successor, Kepler, claimed the sun was based on his expert calculations. The next century...
What the fuck?
R&D's reading skills are amazing.
Yeah.
Actually, 12,376,800 miles away, based on his even more expert calculations.
That's not English.
Well,
There are more experts?
More expert.
More expert.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Have you
it
have
is
you
Dubai.
The correct term, Dubay, would be refined.
Also, they skipped poor Tycho Brahe. What did he do?
Oh, poor Tycho Brahe. Tycho.
No. Okay, pronounce his name correctly.
No. I like
Tycho
the
Brahe.
way of pronouncing it.
I refuse.
It's not, come on.
No, okay. If we go, okay, but we go with his Latinized version of his name. So Tycho is fine, but it's not Brahe. It's not Brahe. It's Bra.
Bra.
Do you even Tycho Bra?
No. God.
Or even better. Do you even science, Bra?
Oh, God. I work with children.
Sir Isaac Newton in the next century was quoting saying, "It matters not whether we reckon 28 or 54 million miles distance from either would do just well." So you can see just how scientific the so-called scientists were with their calculations, and nothing has changed since then. So wait, first he's complaining that things change. And then the things don't change enough. But okay. Einstein. But, things haven't changed. I gotta switch dice here.
Also, I just completely, again, breezed over Galileo.
That's okay. Thank you.
There we go. we can go up to 100, a little bit past 100. And then I run out of dice.
We can go up to 120.
Don't worry, there'll be plenty of die to go around.
We'll get there.
Well, 129.
I have a few extra dice hanging around.
Right. So, we actually go pretty high.
We can go pretty high, but we're not too much. They're so-called scientists. Okay. Over the centuries, using their math magic. I'm surprised you didn't call it mathemagical or mathematics. They continued furthering the sun's proposed distance to today's current most expert super pseudoscientific figure of 93 million miles.
Wait,
22.
Super pseudoscientific exophis.
So apparently, direct measurements are now super pseudoscience.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Pseudoscientific expialidocious.
Oh God!
Although the sound of it is something quite atrocious.
This man doesn't know what a comma is.
No. This is actually like, I know that we're giving me crap for not being able to read, but I'm genuinely struggling because it's so like
the
spaces.
Dubay, punctuation. Learn it.
Grandpa grabbed the duffel bag and pulled out the chloroform.
Oh, actually, it's punctuation, you fucking retard.
Right. So we're gonna have to do with the R&D thing here, and we're gonna have an intermission because R&D's got to go pee.
Well, good for anyone. Okay, we're not gonna read.
I thought you weren't drinking.
I mean, I've been drinking tea, and I might have to switch to beer here soon.
Okay. No, you have to switch to beer.
Oh yeah, I'm switching to beer, but we are gonna take a little bit of an intermission, so we're not gonna read ahead.
We won't read ahead. We'll just talk about ourselves and entertain the audience.
So if y'all can stick around, you'll want to stick around. That's fine. But we're gonna take a little intermission, and everyone else can go take breaks and chat amongst yourselves.
Wait,
Wow.
Bo, was I reading that in the chat right? You didn't know that they made a couple movies based off D&D?
Oh,
Because it wasn't just the one.
No, it's highly
Oh, I should stop that before we get copyright strike.
Yeah.
Or more so you don't get smacked, so Bo could actually answer my question.
Yeah, that too.
That's how long my arms are. No, no, I may very well have seen the movies, or at least the first one. I just don't remember watching anything that has to do with the Dungeons and Dragons. I know a fuck ton of songs, but I can't remember what their names of the titles of those songs are, and I can't remember the artists' names, but I'll recognize them right, in a split second when I.
Well, I will say this. The only thing memorable about the first Dungeons & Dragons movie really was how retarded Marlon Wayans' character was, and Thora Birch is just beautiful. For those who don't remember, Thora Birch played the Empress.
I have the same problem with actors, too.
Do you remember the movie American Beauty?
Isn't that a girls' movie?
No.
No.
No, I'm talking about Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
American Beauty involves someone who's in love with a teenager. It's not a girls' movie. It's a pretty
It's actually pretty fucked up, but still a damn good movie.
It's a good movie, but it's too fucked up to be a girls' movie.
Yeah, okay, but no, it doesn't say no. It doesn't. No, I can't do anything.
Well, Thora Birch is in that, and she opens her top in full frontal display.
Yep.
Oh my.
Oh my.
No, you're getting it wrong. It's oh my.
No,
oh my.
Few movies I remember from my childhood, and most of them are Danish. The one that got me the most horny that I remember is Hodja Popsicle.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Don't you remember the boy and the girl they swam naked in the river?
They're I will repeat for you. They're like teenagers.
Hey, they were my age. Damn it. They were my that I was at their age more or less.
Okay, that's fair enough. It's a kids movie for anyone who's wondering.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, American Beauty?
No.
No. Yeah, that one and Gulddrengene. That's a film. That's actually a really cool crime movie. This is so unfair for the non-English Danish speaking.
Yeah. Okay. Anytime we say something that sounds weird right now, and you don't understand, it's a movie title. That's all you need to know.
So you're speaking entirely in movie titles?
Fuck you.
No, I say he's speaking in tongues.
Yeah.
Okay, I hate that expression because you always use your tongue to speak unless your language is composed of entirely of glottal stops, which is not. I mean, I guess technically you could do just a long vocal, a long vowel, and just do glottal stops and speak like Morse code or binary. But
I mean, sign language. You also have sign language.
Okay, we're talking about spoken language here.
Okay. All right. So I don't even know what we're talking about. We're gonna move on. We still got Jared as our narrator and R&D as our grandpa.
Grandpa grabbed a duffel bag out of his truck, and we made our way towards the shoreline.
Oh god, he brought a shovel too, didn't he?
That's the beginning of a horror movie right there.
Yes, it is.
You see, they can make internally consistent, mathematically correct formulas showing the sun to be a billion miles away if they want to, but that doesn't make it reality. Real science.
What makes it reality is fiction.
Error. He said real science. He can fuck off. I don't care. He can fuck off.
Real science must be observable, testable, and repeatable so that everyone can experiment and conclude for themselves. And that's just what we're going to do.
God.
That's not true. Another error.
Except they're gonna fuck it up.
No, not that. Not just that. That is true, but also everyone can experiment and conclude for themselves. No. Not everyone can build CERN.
Yeah.
Like, not everyone can build the Large Hadron Collider. Not everyone is going to be able to understand the intricacy of the results to come out. Like, fuck it. Not everyone is going to be able to grasp the complexity of like a cell doing what it's doing. Like cell biology. Like, not everyone is going to be able to do those experiments or be able to interpret the results.
Yeah. Ironically, it's a flat earther saying this, and they're the people some of the people who have the hardest time grasping even the simplest concepts.
Yes,
imagine that.
It's very weird.
Some of them drink their own piss, for fuck's sake.
Oh, are you talking about Mr. Pissy Pete?
Well, there are several that do that, actually. But yeah,
I think we might actually have a legit flat earther hanging around in the chat. Hello, my dear legit flat earther.
Fuck you.
Can you give me a link to the pop-out chat, Red?
Found any dark energy yet? Real science, lol.
And energy.
Mr. Flat.
Here's the pop-out chat link.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I don't have it because it's on my tablet.
Yeah, I just gave it. We haven't found dark energy yet. We know it probably has to exist, but we haven't found it yet because turns out things that don't really interact except for with gravity and stuff like that, and in dark energy's case, the expansion of the universe, really, really, really hard to detect in the ways we have. So fuck off.
well, really, first, Flatfish, answer my question.
Well, okay, we'll have that question. We'll let you think about it.
It's in the chat with him tagged on it, so go ahead and answer it while I read this next bit. Grandpa pulled a large metal astronomical instrument out of the bag and placed it in my hands.
This is called a
my ass.
And it is used to calculate the exact angular distance of objects like the sun, moon, and stars.
The fuck is an angular distance?
Angular distance.
You don't know that.
No, there's also an error. You can't calculate it. You don't. First of all, you don't calculate using a sextant. It literally tells you. There's numbers on it. Also, it's not the exact angular anything. Like a sextant is not gonna be that exact.
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually like you need to add a couple more errors.
He placed his hands over mine and held the eyepiece up so I could see through it.
First, we align. God damn it, Micro.
I'm gonna keep doing it. Fuck you.
I know you will. I can't fucking stop you.
Wait. Pause. Okay, dumb fuck. The reason why I asked my question is because it directly relates to this stupidity you just spewed. You don't want to answer my question. You just want a picture of dark energy. Well,
And
that's
when
the
we
thing.
provide it to you, you then say,
Shut up, pal! There is a difference between something that is directly observable and indirectly observable. Directly observable things you can get direct imagery of and direct detection of. Indirectly observable phenomena you cannot. Dark energy is postulated because we see the interaction taking place. We don't see what is causing the interaction.
Also, Flatfish, listening to liars, that's what you do on Nathan Oakley's Hangouts.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, Jared, just check out his or her. It's what do you call it? Wallpaper channel.
Background.
You have to thumb it down a whole lot in order to.
Your audio is a bit weird. You're very echoey and like distant.
Yeah, something's up with yours, Bohobo.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, Flatfish. You can detect something through indirect means. You can see the interaction taking place elsewhere and not see the cause of it, which is why it's called dark.
Oh, hold on. I don't think it's both. If everything is both, it's echoing. I think someone is echoing.
Okay, we'll try to figure it out. All right, Jared.
Sorry for intruding earlier, Jared.
We already went through that, so it's up to you at first.
Oh, first we align with the horizon. Press the clamp to release the index bar. Then bring the sun to the horizon line and read the angle. This is how sailors have long used stars to navigate.
Error.
To navigate the seas. Okay, we'll get to that. And how we can know the sun is not millions of miles away.
Wait, don't look at the sun with that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. No.
It burns.
Hey, hey, Grandpa, what's that sizzling smell?
By taking angular measurements in two different locations at the same time of day, then factoring the straight line distance between the two locations, we have two exact angles and one exact side of a triangle, from which we can use the Pythagorean theorem to accurately factor the distance to the sun.
No, that's not the Pythagorean theorem. It's not.
The Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared.
The Pythagorean theorem is you need two sides. It doesn't. He's talking about that's trigonometry. That's in the Pythagorean theorem.
Yeah. Another error.
Yeah, that's a law of sines.
It's funny he brings that up, considering that it pretty much shits on his bullshit.
That's true. Navigators for centuries have used this method to determine the sun and moon to both be only approximately 30 miles in diameter and less than 3,000 miles away from the Earth.
Did they now?
Oh, that is just so wrong.
Wait, did someone say drink?
Wrong show.
Yeah, they're just doing that indiscriminately.
Drink.
Save me, Red Caballero.
The only one who's allowed to say that is Sci Strike if he ever shows up.
Drink.
Kids, do not look directly at the sun, even if your grandpa tells you to.
Wait, you have no idea how fucking good this Lodro Red Caballero is.
Oh, I don't. Oh, we're breaking out the P900s, guys.
But you should be able to get this beer because it's a Danish beer.
Oh my goodness, I don't
Oh my god.
I wanted to finish
How long is
but
this?
I don't think we will in one sitting, guys. Like,
yeah, we gotta have to reconvene at some point.
I think we'll do like a solid 45 minutes of this, and then I'm calling it quits until next time. Because look at this, we're fucking. I don't know how this is a kid's book.
The rocket launch in what is it? Is it? Let's see. Yeah, in about 5 hours, I think.
Yeah, we'll solid 45 minutes, and then we're reconvening for part 2 because this is
also
ridiculous.
Look, it's Anthony's. What was it? 20,000 millimeter lens.
Yeah, we're definitely we're breaking
55 millimeters tight.
This is a lens.
You call that a lens? This is
Oh my
a lens.
Oh, now I'm just hungry. I need to find a baker that's still open. That only.
Yeah, I don't think they're up.
This is starting to get a romantic tone to it, guys.
Oh, goodness.
As we laid together on the beach, the sun began set.
Wait, who's reading what here?
Okay,
I'm still doing the narrator.
We got another narrator.
I want to be grandpa.
Okay,
I'll be the kid.
We also need a kid.
I'll be the kid.
This line's kid. Okay, so we got Hillel's being kid, Micro being grandpa, and then Who's being the narrator?
I'll do the narrator still.
Okay.
Jared's gonna still narrate. All right, Jared.
As
All right,
we
everyone.
laid together on the beach, the sun began setting, casting hues of red, orange, and yellow over the sky.
I wonder why that is.
I crossed my arms behind my head and asked,
Grandpa, why? Grandpa, why does the sky change color at sunrise and sunset? Puberty hit that kid like a brick wall.
The kid is high on sulfur hexafluoride.
Ha! Wait, what?
Yeah. You don't know what sulfur hexafluoride is?
Oh, it's
not
like
off
the
the top of my
opposite
head.
helium. It's super
Yeah.
cool.
Okay, you could have just said that.
All right.
Jared.
Grandpa smiled, sat up, and pointed to a row of streetlights in the parking lot.
See how each distant light looks like it's getting lower and closer to the ground than the previous one.
I noticed and nodded my head.
In reality, all of these lights are exactly the same height and all appear to sink towards the horizon due to how our eyes perceive perspective.
No, this is just perspective.
No.
Anyway,
How our eyes perceive perspective.
Drink! Likewise, the sun never really rises at sunrise and never really sets at sunset. At dawn and dusk, the sun is much farther away from our position than at midday. So from our perspective, it appears to be rising and setting, but it's really just coming closer and going. Now, when the sun is farther away, its light rays have to move through more molecules of air before it reaches our eyes. This makes shorter wavelengths of colors, like blue, scatter more in different directions. It's called Rayleigh scattering, you fucking retard. Leaving the longest wavelength of color, reds, like red and orange, to hit our eyes and create beautiful scenes. Okay, all right, now, before anyone says anything, I want to point something out, and Rhetoric&Discourse will know where I'm going with this. Okay, so he acknowledges how our eyes work, that they detect different wavelengths of light, and that's how we see color. And he also acknowledges that like light has to hit and induce energy in our retinas. Fun fact, one of the 200 proofs that Eric Dubay gives for the Earth being flat is that he says that moonlight cools things down. If that was true, then they wouldn't be imparting energy to the opsons in our eyes. That's the molecules that actually like absorbs the light. We wouldn't be able to see it, so he just contradicted himself.
This contradicts a proof later on in the 200 proofs.
Yes.
Shocking.
It's gonna be great. I know. Imagine that he contradicts himself. All right.
No,
we have a couple of calls for drink here.
Yeah, and I'm on it. Also, Rhetoric&Discourse has seen the video I made for that proof, and he said it was awesome. So
it was awesome. I can't wait for you all to see it.
I'm scared.
Don't be.
Me as well, sir. Right.
Also, I also want to point out that we actually have an explanation for this that makes a lot more sense on around Earth, because it's still going through more atmosphere when it's lower in horizon.
Nah, you're kidding.
But it's weird. It's funny that how he accepts that explanation for it because it just so happens to not go against his bullshit. That's like one, like, oh yeah, this time science agrees with me, so I'm gonna accept it. But at any other point, I'm gonna say it's a lie. Yeah,
Cognitive dissonance is strong with this one.
that it's almost like he's cherry picking.
Imagine that.
Nah.
Shocking.
Just shocking.
As the sun half disappeared beyond the horizon, Grandpa set up his video camera and called me over.
Did he hide that camera, or
It was hidden in his rectum.
Wait, if it's hidden in his rectum, how is the little boy gonna get his dick in there?
Oh my goodness, we gotta finish this.
Oh,
with a
he
picture.
has tiny hands.
Oh!
Wait,
moving on?
Wait, I said
Moving
dick,
on.
not hands. See here, my boy. The sun looks like it's shrinking below the horizon, sinking below the horizon. But zooming in, we will prove that it's really just moving away from us.
Don't zoom in on the sun.
As the camera zoomed, the half-disappeared sun became entirely visible again. Then, as
Error,
further, the sun rose higher and higher back into the sky.
error,
Bullshit!
That's not right.
Ah!
You can do this with ships beyond the horizon too. Error.
Okay, Micro, you should probably review this video once it's been properly processed at this very point, because now you could actually at the a couple seconds ago you could hear what I was warning you about.
That's because I hit my elbow. I hit my elbow on the. Yeah, I know. I will keep my hands off the table. Then it won't matter.
Yeah. No. Keep your hands off the springs.
I'm not touching the fucking springs.
Keep people wondering what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah, this is entirely relevant to this book.
Anyways, Grandpa said, pointing to a boat far off in the distance.
Watch as this one appears to sink hull first into the horizon. Pseudoscientists like your teacher, Mr. Tyson. Wait, okay, he's not a scientist. He's a teacher.
He's a teacher,
but an educator.
Yeah,
science educator.
I've said this for centuries. Says for centuries that this is somehow proof that you're living on a ball. They say the horizon is the curvature of their ball Earth, and when the ship or the sun moves beyond it, they've literally sunk beneath the ball. No, they haven't sunk beneath the ball. They've sunk beneath the horizon. You fucking idiot. Error. If that was true, we could never zoom them back into view, which we can't. But look here, the ships have now completely disappeared from you. Woo! Magic trick of our naked eye.
Ooh, naked.
As opposed to clothes. Okay, how many actually wear clothes over their eyes, except Muslims? Yet with their newfangled technology, it's newfangled. Telescopes, really, really newfangled. We can zoom in the entire ship, fully back into view, proving that the horizon is not curvature of their ball Earth, but rather just the vanishing line of your perspective.
Then why is the ship still blocked?
Yeah, I'm also gonna call.
I think you made completely convinced me.
Well, you see here, you little shit. Don't ask so many goddamn questions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and if you I like how the picture on the right is just
flat out fucking retard.
I like how the picture on it's like, and here, son, we look at the massive roaming cameras in their natural habitat.
Oh, you have to do it in. You have to improve your David Attenborough voice.
And here we
say they're roaming high 900 cameras in the natural habitat.
No, that's
remember the punctuations as well.
It's more like this. And here we see the cameras in the natural roaming habitat. It's one more soft. I know that was shit, but it was better than Hills.
Who is Hill?
Okay, I want to point out that I have had quite a few beer, one of which was 9%.
I swear to drunk beer, I wasn't officer.
I swear to drunk, I wasn't God.
Taking the hobbits to Isengard.
No.
We take the hobbits to Isengard.
That beard is just creepy as fuck.
Oh,
or is it me?
That's his mustache.
Mustache.
Okay,
Oh yeah, he's got a weird ass mustache. doesn't he?
Mustache. Wait, no one gets that?
Stop.
I do. Team.
No,
four
we
star-
got it. We
Team
just were
4-star.
disappointed.
Okay, who's what here?
Okay,
I
so
wanna-
we need.
I want to be the kid again.
First line. You want to be the kid again? We
Yeah.
need.
I didn't even get to be the
His
kid for
voice
like more than one
degrades.
line.
Well, you have to choose your better pace next time.
We need a grandpa again, I guess.
I want to do this. No, me this
I
time.
need a grandpa. I need a grandpa.
That's my best
Tonight.
grandpa voice.
Yeah, I'll do
Dibs
it.
on narration.
Okay, so we got grandpa by Hill. We got kid by Micro. We need a.
Bo asked to be a narrator.
Okay, you're gonna be a narrator. Awesome sauce.
Grandpa, what's a pseudoscientist?
I asked. Chuckling. Oh, this is kind of blurry. Hang on.
Yeah, it's a little bit blurry.
I know. I get that's what
Chuckly.
you do.
Yeah,
Chuckling?
He answered.
Tuckling.
Yeah, chuckling. He answered.
Hill.
Oh, that's not a. Okay, fair enough. My bad.
Grandpa.
Pseudo.
No, grandpa.
Sorry.
Oh,
Well,
put it together.
you see here, you little cunt nuggets. Pseudo means fake or false. A scientist is anyone who uses observation and experimentation to formulate logical conclusions about the natural world.
Grandpa really hasn't been the same since the stroke.
Are you sure it's just one?
A pseudo scientist is a fake scientist.
Or someone who does. So, fuck that's blurry. Someone who denies something, observation and experimentation in favor of fairy tale theories. Thank you. You and I are real scientists, boy.
Error. Thank you.
Does not compute.
Okay.
Yeah, Dubay, like Quantum Eraser, wouldn't know real science if it bit him on the dick.
Oh God, no. God, not Quantum Eraser. Let's have to bring him up.
Did you read how he doesn't actually like the comment I posted about how he doesn't even know how to post comments?
Oh dear. Anyway.
Narrator.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm getting depressed here. Hey, why is Grandpa not capitalized? Idiot.
It's not a proper noun.
In this case, it actually has been used as a proper
Yeah,
noun.
it is his name after all. Because
Grandpa.
Well, but here it's not used as his name. Here it's used as his relation. So it's actually
but see the exclamation points. Yeah. Okay. Danish and American grammar. Yeah. Oops.
No, that would also be correct in Danish.
Yeah. Anywho, Grandpa exclaimed. Yeah,
Yes.
that's an M. Taking a long spirit level. Oh fuck. And that rhymes
needs
with
to be a comma.
truck.
There needs to be a comma there.
There does need to be a comma
level
there.
from his truck, and setting it upon a nearby beachside railing.
Hey kid, you want to see something long?
It's not my pants, 'cause it's yours.
So he's going to prove whether or not the bench rail is level.
Yeah.
The pseudoscientists say Earth is a big ball.
Ooh.
How the fuck did I remember that number? 3,903 miles in radius. They haven't proven R, by the way. So we can use the Pythagorean.
So what we've concluded here is that Grandpa's dementia is best elective.
Yeah. Okay. So we can use what is with this man in the Pythagorean theorem again to calculate
the only thing he remembers
curvature
from school. That's it.
Wait, is okay? So Pythagoras is obviously supposed to be capitalized because it's the name, but is Pythagorean supposed to be capitalized?
I think so.
No.
I think it is because
It's a proper name for a theorem, I guess. Like Newton's laws are capitalized, even
No, but in that case, it's still a name.
Yeah.
It's just you added the genitive.
I don't know.
Okay,
which turns out to be 8 inches per mile squared.
Wrong.
Yeah, no.
No, wait.
This means after 2 miles, the Earth should curve 32 inches. Hey, kid, you want to see something else that's 32 inches? After 3 miles, 72 inches. And after 10 miles...
Want to see something else that's 32 inches?
It's 32 inches of logic.
and after 10 miles, the width of this hair cove, the Earth should curve downwards a full 66 feet. Line your eyes up behind this railing and see for yourself. Does the horizon...
Okay. Why was it necessary? Like, we don't, as a reader, we don't get anything from you putting the width of this here cove.
So I gotta actually point this out. This is almost word for word proof, like 64 or 63.
Oh, I figured he would do that.
Yeah, no, this is literally like I was writing this script the other day, and this comes like straight out of his other book. That at 10 miles you should see a 66.6 degree.
Yeah, because
drop
you can tell that because it no longer sounds like a children's book.
If he's gonna round though, that would round to 60 to 67.
67, I know. But he actually, I think in the 200 proofs, he actually says 66.6.
So I think I know where he's going with that.
He's going straight up his own asshole.
Yeah. So that's why this sounds so weird. This is literally proof. I think it's after 60. It's like 62 or 63. I don't remember the exact number.
Are you gonna need another collab with me, Rhetoric and Discourse?
God, I'm.
That's a lot.
Use again.
So anyway. this one's so this is one of those proofs. Which is not surprising that he's just.
That's not even a proof. He's just saying, yeah, this is the thing. This is the formula. It's not, by the way. And even if it was, that wouldn't mean the horizon's going to dip a lot. It's just based on that.
It's also really weird. That. Like it's like I don't know how you're supposed to measure a 66-foot dip on either side of this.
That's not a lot. Like,
it's not a lot, but I don't know how you measure it because, like, are you supposed to measure like from here down to 63 feet? Like, where do you measure 66 feet?
You would need some. You would need some reference object. Was it 10 miles away?
You would need to tell you how far out it has to be,
and also like a much better one, which is what I found.
I'm assuming it would be at the horizon, which would mean like it's
way back here.
All. If it's at the horizon, it's all, and you wouldn't be able to.
Hang on. That spirit level, do you guys see what's wrong with it? That's a fake ass spirit level. Just look at it and think about it.
Because these two things are the same?
Exactly.
Yes, one of them should be. Yep, one of them should be angled.
Oh. And Jared, I hope you saw my side chat note there. He's really begging for it now.
Well, that
Pepper's like, what the fuck is this?
So the thing that I found, and just because I just wrote this script, the thing that I found is the better way to measure this is to measure the angle difference from here to here, what it should be, like how much of a dip it should be. And at like, if you're really high up, like Mount Everest high, this dip is only a handful of degrees from the sea level like this. There's no way to really see it with the naked eye because we're close.
There you go again, naked eye.
I know. I honestly just like saying the word naked.
But it's a really
no more arguing about that.
When you think about it, because like you never wear clothes like on your eyes. Like just because you have a lens, that's not like a lens isn't like not naked. It's like unless it's glasses, which is something you wear.
Yeah, I was gonna say for those of us with corrective lenses, sometimes our naked eye vision is fucking shit.
Yeah, I can't see anything with
but like
how does fucking shit feels like? I mean, how?
Okay, you don't wear you wear glasses, but you don't wear a telescope. You use it, so it's not naked. You if you put your eye to a telescope, you're still using your naked eye.
Well, okay, again.
Watch out, everyone! The biologist is getting passionate.
To be pedantic, when I have extreme nearsightedness. Without corrective lenses, I cannot see detail much more than 6 inches beyond the tip of my nose.
Yes, but you
but I also wear contact lenses, which do go directly onto my eyeballs.
Yes,
are we talking more than
that's
3.0?
naked. That's not sorry. That you wear those, so they're not naked. But
Are we honestly having this argument?
We need to see some food right now.
Just putting your eyes to you don't wear telescopes, you use them, so they don't count as not being naked.
Let me just close this one off by talking about where we stopped at in the text.
Yeah,
I just want to know what the flavor of Horizon Dip is, and then move on.
All right, narrator.
Yeah, no.
Narrator
Picking who's cherry? Fuck. Okay. Observing the perfect flat horizon from shore to shore, I shook my head.
Ooh, who's the child? Hill.
Micro.
Hello.
Hill.
That was
I think
Micro.
it's Hill.
Get the pacifier.
I was grandpa.
Oh my god.
I was.
Okay.
No!
Great performance. Great.
No!
Of course not.
Grandpa smiled.
I'm out of beer.
You will never see a curved horizon or curved water. It's called the horizon for good reason, because it's always perfectly horizontal.
Yeah, you can't say it, can you?
I'm just gonna do this now.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep.
It's not called a fucking curveizon.
Flashback.
Yeah, that's good. Those are the days. And it's called sea level because bodies of water at rest are always perfect. Error.
That must have been hard.
Bottle.
We're starting to get a 500 error.
This is far beyond the 404
ocean.
error.
The natural physics of water.
I've seen this.
Shut up. And other liquids is defined and remained level 7.
Sorry, guys. Grandpa's having a stroke.
Error.
70% of the world is covered in water level. So how could the Earth?
It's not 70%,
but 70% of the
Approximately 70%.
it does say 70% of the world is covered in level water.
Yeah, so
it's
not fair enough.
I thought it said, I misread it. I thought it said it was covered in water level. Okay. The idea that our level oceans are somehow curved around and stuck to the underside of a spinning space ball is the greatest deception in the history of mankind.
I have a question, and you know what, Flatfish, maybe you can answer this. Why do people like Dubay and his ilk always deny direct measurements?
And why the hell would anyone want to ask Nathan anything?
Hold on, Rhetoric&Discourse, did you add an error for the fact that he didn't? He said 70% rather than 71%.
Okay. To be lenient on him.
No,
it's 1%. Come on.
He can go fuck himself.
That water is the
yeah, he would like that, but no, you have to.
Bo, that water is the
changing
1%.
temperatures. I got nothing.
Flatfish, that doesn't address the question, because the entire ilk of you, whether you agree with them or not, all do the same thing and deny direct measurements, especially about, one, the sphericity of the Earth and the rotation of the Earth.
But no one's answered my question yet.
It wasn't that important.
Yeah. And by the way, Flatfish, is that your best, although pathetic way attempt at home attack there. You don't like Dubay. He lies and he wears dresses. Wow,
No, I
that's
can understand why he
strong.
doesn't
That's
like
a
Dubay, 'cause
strong one. there.
Dubay's
It's,
fucking creepy.
Yeah. Well,
It's not
yeah,
Nat Hominem.
his name is Eric Dubious. So yeah. Oh, and he jumps really high, and he can hover above sand apparently.
Oh.
Oh well.
All right, so we need a narrator and a Professor Snape.
I think Tornado should be the narrator.
Okay, Tornado, we got you as narrator. That's cool.
And Bo as the professor and Jared as the kid.
Sure.
Oh God.
Mixing up the roles.
You've been told what they're doing. All right, narrator.
This is your fault, Micro.
Right.
Yes.
School started the next morning with the bell ringing and Mr. Tyson dropping his microphone.
He just literally just walked in with a microphone and just dropped
That was just okay. Oh, yeah, no gish galloping.
Wow.
Just, getting right to it. That's yeah. Okay.
You just killed
Wow. I thought he
breathe
couldn't
in,
be any less subtle.
Hey,
He's dead.
R&D, if you can hear me, woosah.
Walk towards the light.
Woosah.
Fraba.
Yeah, Bruce Fraba, yeah.
I can't.
Okay. This is
I'm gonna
where,
do it again.
R&D, this is
School
where
started
you
the
need
next
a dog to
morning.
sense that
Mr.
you're in
Tyson
trouble and come and
dropping his
comfort you.
I do need one of those dogs who, like, when I'm having like a fit, just will stop me. Fucking protect my head from slamming into the desk.
What
Yeah.
did my George of the Jungle voice? Did my George of the Jungle narrator impression make you laugh too hard?
Oh no, it was the microphone bit. God damn.
No, that it was
School started the next morning
effective.
with the bell ringing and Mr. Tyson dropping his microphone.
God,
Why did the microphone fall to the floor? Anyone?
He asked, looking around the room. When satisfied no one could answer, he continued.
It fell because of gravity.
Be fired.
A force
I know.
created by large masses that causes other smaller masses to stick to them like a magnet. Because the Earth is so massive, it creates a gravitational pull, which sucked the microphone down to the floor.
Not
That
exactly.
sucked it real good.
Bullshit. This gravity is what keeps people, buildings, oceans, and everything else stuck to our globe. Has anyone ever heard of Australia? You know, the flat,
To live in the land down under.
non-existent, very big island that's not really an island at all, being called the land down under.
A few students raised their hands as Mr. Tyson picked the globe up off his desk and pointed underneath it.
As you can see, Australia is literally a land down under the globe. And gravity is what keeps Australians from falling off the bottom of Earth.
Pause. Holy fuck. Did anyone ever get that explanation from a teacher ever at all in their educational career?
Well, in a flat earther stream, probably, but not in actuality, no.
I don't.
Because the way it was explained to me, the whole etymology of a land down under was in reference to the equator.
Well, yeah.
So Dubay is making a straw man.
Imagine that.
Well, he does love to play dress up.
Mm-hmm.
Color me surprised, and yeah.
Also, just because I brought this up already, this is also pretty much his proof, like 107 or 100 and something. Early 100s. This is the same proof. He's literally rewriting his own book, and not well, like not well at all.
Children.
This isn't a kid's book, Dubay. This isn't. Kids don't want to read like fucking 5 paragraphs of text.
No, they don't.
Kids don't want to read shit about whatever you're thinking about. And you know why? Because they know it's wrong.
Thinking takes an effort, Tornado. I don't think that's the issue here.
Maybe he wrote it for himself because he needs something to. Well, think about it.
Wank off too. Yeah.
Well, I think he wrote it for
I
himself
think he wrote
because
it for
it's
himself
something to
because he
sell.
needs something to make sure he can comfort himself at night. Hey, whatever makes you sleep better. I don't complain about you having fetishes about cutting your dick off under a giant pizza wheel.
Huh?
Sounds hot.
That does.
And I'm thinking about Pele for some reason. I don't know.
So,
Okay,
dear
then.
Dubay, I entirely regret my purchase.
You bought
back
that
guarantee?
shit, Fred?
Oh yeah, no,
Yes.
I bought this
Why would you corrupt yourself with this nonsense?
because this shit's hilarious.
Do you know what? Do you know what? Want to know how much it cost him?
$30
Every single brain cell in his freaking mind.
No. He just said it. Listen, say it again.
$30 for this nonsense.
Oh, why would Dubay sell anything? Oh wait, he's in it.
Is that Australian, Canadian, or American dollars?
It's real dollars.
So Canadian then.
Money.
Shut up. Everyone knows that.
Hey, come on. Canadian dollars. What does Canadian dollars get you? Universal health care.
That's
Suck
true.
it up, Americans.
That's true. That's true.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, narrator.
Right. The class erupted in laughter as I sat quietly pondering the absurdity of Australians all upside down, being constantly sucked to the center of a globe so they wouldn't fall off.
Suck.
How could gravity how could gravity be so strong that it keeps people, buildings, and entire oceans to the underside of a
Son
spinning
of a
globe?
bitch. I'm
Yet
sorry,
weak enough
Fel.
that smoke and steam, tiny birds and bugs could escape its grasp and rise or fly with ease. Simple, Dubay. It's called aerodynamics.
No,
it's not even that.
No,
This was
the
a video
proportional
that I
relationship.
just released like a week ago.
Yeah.
Error.
Literally just did a video on this.
Error.
God. See what I mean? He's just. I'm more annoyed.
Actually, it's 2 hours. It's both that he doesn't understand gravity and he doesn't understand how forces work.
Mm-hmm. But no, just to show you how he's just repeating himself. This was not last week's video, but the video before that was this very proof.
So he's basically found a way to market his 200 proofs as a children's book.
Not very well, but yeah.
That is basically what he's doing.
Yeah. But there are some idiots out there who pay money for this nonsense. God.
Yeah,
one
of them is called Rhetoric&Discourse.
Fucking
Rhetoric and Discourse. I know one way to make the purchase worthwhile. There's only one use for this book: Kindling.
I'm actually very opposed to
want him to get it on Kindle.
No, this is much better used as a warning.
No.
Paper.
Wait, what this is
only good for one thing: scraping shit off.
No. This is
How can you scrape shit with shit? That doesn't make sense.
This is a book that when you have guests over, you bring it out to show them so you can all laugh.
That's true. This is very.
It's a good conversation starter.
Yeah. I'm gonna stick this next to my collection of Bibles as the nonsense books that I own. Yeah.
You have a collection of
question there.
I do actually genuinely have a collection of Bibles, but
how many are there?
I have to go count them. Where is my collection sitting at?
Hey, you can't no, wait, you're not a flat earther. Count away, sir.
Well, even
by
then,
the way, can we see
even then, the force of gravity is a proportional relationship. So yes, that force is going to be greater on a body of water compared to a fucking fly.
Yep.
Oh, and also aerodynamics.
So I have three Bibles, and now this book to that collection.
Wait. Okay.
Things
has any flat earther ever pulled up the?
Wait,
hold on. I have a question. Has any flat
narrator? My thing stopped working. It's not you.
I'm here.
Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you.
That holds an ocean. Right. Meister Tyson drew a large.
No, hold on. I have.
Micro had a question. Let's hear the question.
Has any flat earther ever used the argument about the bumblebee not being able to fly as an argument?
Has he?
Yeah, no, I think I've heard it before because there's that video about how bumblebees are not they're not made to fly because they're not aerodynamic.
Well, they are aerodynamically unstable, but with the manner in which they use their stubby wings, they are able to fly.
That myth, the origin of that myth is the fact that if you calculate their wings as being fixed wings, they shouldn't be able to fly. But obviously, they flap their wings up and down.
Well, by that same thought, a helicopter shouldn't be able to fly either.
I have something to add because we say wings, and we think of them as having 4 wings, but technically speaking, from an aerodynamic standpoint, they only have 2 because they're Helioptera, so their wings lock together when they fly.
Yeah, they function as 2 separate wings.
Yeah, they basically their 4 wings act as 2 wings.
Yeah, and like I was saying before, is if you use that same fundamental thought process, helicopters wouldn't be able to achieve flight either. But
basically, no insects apart from maybe dragonflies should be able to fly.
And mosquitoes, yeah.
Well, mosquitoes shouldn't be able to either. They have 2 short wings.
No.
What about dandelions? Can they fly?
If they only believe hard
enough. I'm pretty sure mosquitoes would have 2 short wings to fly as fixed wings planes.
And actually, that was actually kind of serious. I do believe that dandelions. No, wait, mariehøner. Isn't that dandelions?
Dandelions is milkybird. You're thinking of ladybugs.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. Ladybugs. Aren't the shells, the red shells, aren't they actually
yes, they're modified wings, as they are in all beetles.
Yeah, so that was just bad language on my part. My bad. Hey, you see that, flat earthers? When you make a mistake, what do? You don't get pissed if you...
Okay, someone pull me away because I could keep talking about fucking biology all day long.
All right, so...
Fucking biology, that's nasty.
All right, narrator.
It is.
Yeah.
Right, that would be me.
Yep.
Yes.
Mr. Tyson drew a large, medium, and small circle on the blackboard to represent the sun, earth, and moon, then continued his explanation.
The sun is the most massive object in our solar system. Okay. So it creates the biggest gravitational pull. I don't know why he's British, but he is.
He is now.
The Earth is smaller than the sun, but larger than the moon.
Wait.
Okay.
That's correct.
I didn't know that. Okay, cool.
Why? Okay, so the teacher, he might, as big of an asshole that the teacher is correct.
He learned how to teach from Asshole University.
Figure out.
He has a PhD in being convoluted.
He learned how to teach at FU.
Yeah. Slide the text up, please. Could you slide up the text?
Where were we?
I wouldn't call it a book, but
yeah.
So gravity causes the Earth to orbit around the sun, while causing the moon to orbit the Earth.
Wait a minute!
I quickly raised my hand and interrupted.
Before you said gravity caused smaller masses to stick to larger masses. Now you're saying it causes smaller masses to orbit around larger masses. Which one is it, Mr. Tyson? And how does gravity decide when to spin things in circles and when to suck things like a magnet?
It just does, you pesky boy.
I believe I can answer this question.
Oh man, Micro, you just got owned by Jared. Totally owned.
I believe I can answer this question.
Fuck you!
Not having a high-pitched competition.
I can do it
Holy fuck,
Honestly, at this point, I think we all lose this game.
I mean, it's par for the course.
Wait, this was a game? I thought this was group therapy.
Oh, also, I can answer that question pretty well.
For fuck's sake.
All right, so
I
we're
can
adding,
answer that
we're adding
question
an
very
error
well.
to this one.
Here's the thing. When a certain object has every object, since it has gravity, has a certain escape velocity. When an object achieves that escape velocity, it means they are able to break free of the object's gravity. At a certain speed, you will be able to orbit around the object, but if you do not reach escape velocity, you will not escape the pull of said object. So there is a certain balancing act where if you match the speed of your fall, the curve of the planet, or the object you're orbiting, you will remain in an orbit around that object. Such is why the sun has the Earth orbiting around it, while the moon orbits around the Earth.
You know, I wouldn't be all that disappointed if Eric Dubay actually achieved escape velocity at some point. I wouldn't mind.
No, no one would.
Nah.
Yeah, I hear you can do it if you sit him on an atomic manhole cover.
What?
I'd rather have Jizz. No, not Jizz. He's really.
No, what the fuck is an atomic manhole cover?
Honestly,
Isn't it a reference to Fall Out Boy or something?
No, actually. The atomic manhole cover is a reference to the Operation Pascal test, in which a metal steel plate was placed over a concrete plug, and a nuclear bomb detonated in a 500-foot deep shaft.
Oh, this is really naughty.
For fuck's sake.
The device was used to determine whether an explosion could be 1 point safe, as in seeing if they could make the yield be much less if only one side of the sphere detonates. However, the entire thing made an explosion much more powerful than they had calculated for, and the resulting explosion pushed the manhole cover off the shaft so fast that it was only visible for one frame on an extremely high-speed camera. They calculated from this one single frame that the atomic manhole cover reached 6 times Earth's escape velocity.
Awesome.
So, in other words, there's a manhole cover somewhere out floating in space.
Basically, yeah.
Is Hillel trying to rub one out again?
Probably.
Beg your pardon?
So I'm assuming,
Not me.
I'm assuming that since R&D has turned the feed off, that we're calling it quits for tonight.
We are calling it quits. So,
okay.
just so everybody knows, in 3 hours that we spent reading this goddamn book, we got to page 23 out of 52.
That's not too bad.
Progress.
Hey, that's better than movie night.
Is the text-to-image ratio 1-to-1 or?
Yeah, all of them are just one page of one picture, one wall of text. Because
So
that's
I think it's fair. We are about halfway.
Yeah, we didn't do too bad. This isn't the worst we've done before.
So we presumably gotta reconvene at some point.
Yes, I don't think so I'm just gonna just show it off. Here's the book. So for today we're gonna call it quits because I have a life and I would like to go live.
How dare you?
No, you don't.
No, he said he has a wife.
A wife.
Oh,
nerds
a
have
wife. Okay, the wife.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Flip that thing over.
Which one?
And you call yourself a nerd?
Yeah, the book. I want to burn that ISBN number into my retina. So I can search for another places.
Down! So we got a little bit of this book to go. We ended on 37.
Falling fast.
That propeller is off axis, isn't it?
And this
It's also not running.
And I'm not too happy about those wings either.
So, all right. So we did
He doesn't have a wheel on the back.
No.
How does it take off?
Well, technically, it could just be a sled that we can't see.
And honestly, like halfway through this book, we haven't actually seen the plane yet. Like we made it halfway, and half of this title isn't there yet.
I haven't seen the plane or the plane.
I'm gonna hazard a guess and say that our accent isn't a plane. That it's a play on, like it shows like the Earth plane is a trick to get parents to buy the book.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's about an airplane, when in fact it's about a plane as in a flat Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So
I got parentheses that yes, it's a plane in which there is the Earth. That doesn't.
Yeah.
And then Charlie is asking who Dubay got to do the artwork, and the artwork is done by Can Ev Art, who's
And
actually
people who are long dead.
who actually does flat Earth art. So he's a flat Earth artist. I'm sorry that you feel so miserable with life.
So the guy, the person is the flautist then?
Yes, he's a flautist.
I'll give him this though. It's not half bad.
No, it sucks that.
Except for the coloring.
Yeah, it just lets color inside the lines.
Well, you know what? No,
This is a children's book.
You are right. It isn't half bad. It's only about 40% bad. Because half of it is just pictures. So we kind of can't fault that.
Yeah. All right. So with that said, we will be ending here for today. We will reconvene probably, my guess is in a week. I would like to do it sooner, but I got longer and harder tomorrow, and so probably not till next.
A week sounds fine.
Yeah, probably next Saturday we will try to finish the second half of this book, which really honestly just seems to be a rewrite of the.
It's a bad children's version of the 200 proofs.
Yeah, it really is.
And also we need time to recuperate from this.
Yeah, we do. God, my liver. Your livers, because I only drank one beer. So
and it's probably what's the beer, by the way?
The beer I drank one of the ones I've done before, which is the Rars Blonde, which is deliciously smooth. Okay.
Wow.
Oh, sorry.
So
wow. Holy fuck, are you intellectually dishonest, Flatfish? Do you want to ignore all the times that people have pointed out the actual legitimate answer to your question? It's almost like you don't want to hear it.
Oh, that can't be.
Hey, Flatfish. Example. If you're watching this, it's called. There's one example. Piltdown Man.
Oh yeah, you mean the thing that was the fraudster, the fraud that was
the Piltdown Man.
Yeah, it was a modern human skull with an orangutan. Joel.
He's repeatedly spamming "say it," and I'm saying it. The Piltdown Man.
No, hang on. I will reread my answer. That way he can hear it clearly. Science is always self-correcting by incorporating an increasing amount of data points. So again, how does light interfere with a device that does not use light to make its measurement?
And Jared, you should probably also say, explain what a scientist actually tries to do with his hypothesis.
Well,
he doesn't try to prove it.
He's basically telling us to admit that science can be "quote unquote" wrong.
No, that's not what I'm saying. A proper scientist working on his hypothesis is not trying to prove his hypothesis.
No, he's trying to
the opposite.
You try to prove it. You try as much as you can to falsify your own hypothesis. That's how science works.
And for as long as you can find something to disprove in your hypothesis, you redo your hypothesis. And at the point where you no longer can disprove your hypothesis yourself, then you try and publish it in an actual scientific journal where other people can scrutinize it and try it out for themselves.
Oh, now he's saying the scientific process isn't perfection. Wake up.
Again.
No, it's okay. No, can I, as an actual scientist, handle this?
Yes. Go ahead.
Oh, and an engineer's not? Assholes.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. But no, the scientific process isn't perfect, but it's the fucking best thing we got.
Yeah.
The consciousness, what's consciousness, then your science knows fuck all about fuck all. Okay, we know what
that is
consciousness.
A straw man.
First of all, yeah, it's a straw man. Second of all, just because science doesn't know everything doesn't mean that it's wrong about everything. And thirdly, we have a pretty good idea of what consciousness is. its processes within your brain.
And again, let's not go down this rabbit hole anymore. All of this started when I asked him, why does he deny the measured rotation of the Earth? And he said light interferes with it. So again, answer my question. How does light interfere with a device that does not use light to make its measurement?
Oh, now he's saying it's a problem, not a straw man. Say it. Science can be fundamentally wrong. Say it, lol.
No, okay. Science can't be fundamentally wrong unless you're saying that the universe doesn't operate according to laws that are always the same and can be tested. And if all of those things are wrong, because that's the three fundamental things that science assumes, then we're pretty much screwed, because that means everything can change at any point. So, Fatfish, are you saying that the universe doesn't operate according to laws that are constant and observable and testable?
Oh, he's saying laws that began before.
There is no before. There is no before the Big Bang. That's like saying what's north of the North Pole.
Yeah, not that we know that there is nothing
before the Big Bang. There was a purple penguin that eats ice cream. How do I know? It was before the Big Bang.
And until we find out, if we ever find out, probably not, but until we find out what was, if anything, before the Big Bang was the beginning. But we don't know. We don't know what's beyond it, so we can't say that anything.
Now he's saying that Big G is accurately measured.
Actually, it is accurately measured, but because here's the thing, we have this wonderful thing called technological advancements where our measurements have gotten more and more precise. Don't conflate the two. But again, stop avoiding the question. How does light interfere with a non-light dependent device?
Yes. Also, I want to point out that apparently taking the average of numbers is invalid now. So statistics don't work. Statistics out the window.
And Flatfish, are you going to try and have some fun with the double slit experiment or something? Please do.
They can do that.
Show us.
This is stupid enough already.
Oh, and Quickie says, yes, it is accurately measured to a certain degree of error.
Yes, that's the precision of our
instrumentation. Yeah, like everything in science. We have error bars. Have you like in physics, the error bars are actually quite small because the numbers they operate on are quite small. But like in something like cell biology, our error bars are huge sometimes, and it still holds up because there's a lot more variation. I don't see the point. I hate to break it to you, but there are errors that sneak in. That's why it's called error bars. It's very, very hard to completely, accurately, and perfectly replicate things.
Well, and that's where the whole standard deviation came in too, to account for
standard deviation, standard error. The p-values.
But again, explain how light interferes with a device that is not dependent on light to make its measurement.
Wow. 20% change. Wait. Is he talking about what it was thought to be and when it turned out to be? What the fuck are you talking about?
Again, that those changes in percentages also correlate to the increase in precision of the measurements.
Yeah.
It's amazing how that works.
That's like saying that that's like saying that we went from believing in vitalism to believing in that life is just chemistry. Very advanced chemistry, and saying that it can't be a very advanced chemistry because that's changed from vitalism.
Should we also analyze Quickie's recommendation / question?
No.
That's just... would it be
that would be
That would be very cruel. We're not doing that.
That would be an affront against humanity.
I don't think they would
Not
accept
touching that at all.
And even then, Flatfish, I'm still waiting to hear your explanation on how light interferes with a device that does not use light to make its measurement.
What are you referring to, Jared, as far as the light device, non-light device?
Using a precision gyroscope to measure the actual rotation of the Earth.
That's nothing to do with light. You can do that in a dark room. You can do it in front of a floodlight. It doesn't matter.
And if I recall correctly, Jared, airliners, regardless if it's planes, regardless if it's civilian planes or military planes, they don't really use laser-based gyros anymore, do they?
Depends on the vintage of the aircraft. It's actually your newer aircraft that are electronics dependent use a single ring laser gyro as a master reference, whereas your smaller private non-commercial craft that are less advanced in the electronics still use independent mechanical, like the Artificial Horizon that Wolfie took apart and demonstrated for the world how it internally functioned.
And I'm embarrassed to say I haven't actually seen that part yet. That video yet.
What the heck are you spouting out now, Flatfish?
All right, guys, I gotta go. So, as much as this conversation, we'll do, I will tell you this, Mr. Flatfish, if you would ever like to come on to a show and talk to these fine gentlemen yourself, you most certainly can. I will gladly host it. Jared is very knowledgeable in a lot of things you're talking about, so I offer you my chance.
Hey, what about me?
He's having a fight with Jared right now. You are more than welcome to come onto this channel with Jared or whoever else you would like to and debate this as much as you please.
Let's not debate it. Let's not make it that structured and rigid. Let's have an actual civil discussion about it.
Sure. Whatever
Conversations.
Whatever floats your boats, you are more than welcome to come on to this channel and do that. Not today, though, or not this instant, because R&D's got
shutting down.
But I just have to say, I would love to see Flatfish try and make a video. Nothing fancy, just a simple video, or at the very least, a slideshow of how he would go about proving his, supplying evidence to his, dare I say it, hypothesis about that light is deceiving a plum and what's
plumb
bob. He's basically saying light is deceiving, but a plumb bob don't lie.
Plumb bob.
Yeah, so light is deceiving, but lead isn't.
Again,
sorry.
Again, take this time to think about how light interferes with a non-light measurement.
Jared, I know the answer. Pick me.
Okay, I think we should let Rhetoric&Discourse shut down.
All right. So I'm going to give you all an opportunity to show yourselves out as much as you'd like. I'm going to go down the line as how I see you on my screen. So, Bull Hobel.
That's my name. Don't wear it out. I'm not all that special, but I am a regular guest.
You're pretty fucking special.
Oh, thank you.
Not in that way.
Let's talk about that next week, eh? Mm-hmm. No, I'm pretty much a nobody, a former military vet. Oh, wait, that sounded wrong. Damn it.
Gary, otherwise known as a veteran.
Damn it. A Danish army vets that hangs around on Jared's hangouts and shoots the shit and tries to have some fun without succumbing to too much flat earth stupid. That's basically it, I think.
Hill.
Hi, I'm Hillel. I don't do much. I also enjoy shooting the shit. I try to get footage of cool things where I can. Yes, pew pew pew, finger guns. Try to next opportunity I can to get some ISS footage and some other things. I'm working on analyzing some footage because I went to the heavily contested location of St. Bees, which has been greatly debated by Nathan Oakley, Anthony Riley, and many others. I went there myself to get some footage, and I'm working on analyzing that. and I hope to come up with some good results with that eventually.
Awesome.
I'm also working on putting together a proof of concept demonstration of the triangulation method, which Reds and Astronomy Live used to measure the altitude of the ISS. I hope to be putting together a real life small demonstration of that pretty soon, just to show the proof of concept.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you. I'm also a regular on Sci-Strike's movie nights, so I'll usually be there just and yeah, usually just there making bad puns and make everyone moan at them. That's me.
And the butt of Kenny jokes.
And the butt of Kenny jokes, yes.
Very cool. Jared.
Well, for those who don't know, my name is Jared. I am an electrical engineer and also had a minor degree in aeronautical engineering, as well as being an aviation electronics specialist for the U.S. Navy for a bunch of years. Thus the Avatar, and also the weekly show where I host a panel of veterans and we talk about just about anything. Although, unfortunately, technical issues derailed this past week. Friday night, 8 o'clock Eastern on my channel. Feel free to come. We do interact with the live chat. And other than that, I dispense with woo on the internet as I see fit. Generally in other people's channels, like here.
Awesome sauce. Micro.
And once you come, feel free to come.
Oh. Not even wrong. No, wait. I won't stop that. I won't end that one. Sorry.
All right, Micro.
I hate myself.
Hello, I'm Marco
I hate
Blagas,
myself.
and I debunk. Usually, I don't debunk flat Earth shit, although I usually on the hangouts of people who do. Normally, I will debunk biological related bullshit. So that's my channel. That's what I do.
Coffee enemas.
Question, Micro. When's your next Science on a Table coming out?
That's gonna be a while because I need to finish the video I'm currently working on, and it's probably gonna be the video after that one.
So, as far as the other thing I was gonna ask you, have you still managed to recover from the person who thinks that basically cooking your food equates bombarding yourself with radiation?
No, I'll never recover from that because that's retarded.
Yeah, and the thing is, even if you cook your food over an electric range or a gas range, you're still dealing with the problem of black body radiation, which is basically infrared and such.
Yes.
So either way, you're irradiating your food. So this
Yes.
woman just cannot win. She might as well just stop eating because the plants are also bombarded by radiation.
But I can't. But I can win. She took it down from. She's deleted the video.
Win for us.
Hey, Flatfish is really getting delusional here, I think.
I
What do
mean,
you mean, getting?
Yeah,
You
just
might
let
have.
it go.
All right,
Yeah.
Tornado Pelt.
Yo, my name is Tornado Pelt. You've probably seen me on Sci-Strike's channel plenty of times. And I'm unique in the regard that I have vitriol for jism. Or rather, some
not
vitriol for
unique.
jism, but not as much as Red's rhetoric.
No one
Hashtag
has.
does not mean secret crush.
Yeah. Hashtag does not mean secret crush, hashtag boot cap. But for
Now.
those of you who know me on Sci-Strike's channel, I'm a changeling who dispenses with bullshit. You might have also seen me on Mr. Rhetoric and Discourse's latest Dubay proofs video, where I basically eviscerate Dubay with the power of math. And for any one of you complaining about significant figures, Dubay brought up the amount of degrees and minutes and seconds and such in there. He brought that up, and it came out to the 6th decimal place number. So, yeah.
All right.
I dispense with the bullshit. I play games, and I'm a changeling who basically debunks science.
Odo in the making.
All right, and I'm Rhetoric&Discourse, your host for today. We will be doing this hopefully again next Saturday to finish the rest of this book, Thank you,
Yay.
absolutely, everyone. Thank you for all my guests for showing up and helping me read through all of this nonsense, and your wonderful commentary, and your wonderful pedophile jokes. That's where my life has taken me, making pedophile jokes on the internet.
The best kind of jokes.
Hey, Micro, let's hear your best Beeloo voice. And what do you think of Mr. Pissy Pete?
So we will do this again, hopefully next week. Thank you, everybody. Say.
Shut up, guys.
Oh God, for fuck's sake.
We'll never end this. Come on.
Say bye, and I'm cutting you all off.
We're never going home. We're never going home.
I don't care if you go home. You just can't stay here anymore.
You're going to cut.
We're not gonna take it.
No, we're done now. We're done.